We're live.
The Bigger Picture!
There he is.
Nice shirt, DJ Hed.
Yo, I got the Where Legends Inspire Marathon tee on. You know, with the Nipsey Hussle All Money In chain.
Yo, where can I get some Nipsey Hussle shirts, man? Y'all
The marathonclothing.com.
Oh, I gotta go right to the site.
He sent you straight to the website.
I gotta hit Black Sam, or I gotta go right to the site.
You can hit Sam, you can hit Adam, you can hit Karen, you can hit a few people if you want.
How many shirts how many shirts are there, and how many shirts do you have?
I think I have all of them.
Okay.
The marathon shirts.
How many are there?
I don't know. It's hella marathon.
Are they, so these are new shirts, or these are?
Oh, it's different collections, different capsules, different periods.
So you just like
I even got
shit.
shit.
L or XL? L.
I wear XL now because you know the frumpy look is back. I like Fabulous and Frumpy, but when all of this went to tight clothes, I can't see it in the first minute.
Every time. There's things going on.
Well, not YouTube friendly.
You know, when everybody started going to the tight clothing,
Uh-huh.
you know, I was like, damn, I can't wait till we get back to the shit. But then I can't say shit in the beginning of the show either.
It's all good.
Did you go skinny ever?
I did go skinny with the jeans.
Yeah.
But I like that we're back to baggy and frumpy because that's more my speed. I also I love the summertime, but I like when things cool off because everybody dressed like me, just sweats, hoodies. I like frumpy women too, like women and just.
What would you call them frumpy?
Yeah, I call them frumpy. That's
a
not
frumpy female.
Yeah.
Frumpy?
Well, I like
female?
women in sweats and like comfortable.
Frequenting frumpy.
Don't wear your
females.
heels to the run.
Heels
to the
is overrated.
Convenience store.
Let's keep it a buck. And I know we shouldn't be talking about this because there's a bunch of men on the stage right now, but
you said heels are overrated.
Heels are completely overrated.
Wow.
And this is
you don't like a little art?
Do you know the origin story behind high heels?
Here we go.
Okay, we don't
go ahead. Teach us.
Do you know the origin story behind high heels? You do? What is it?
It was a man created it to slow women down so that they couldn't run away from him.
It's very patriarchal.
Are you serious?
What you mean? Elliott Wilson. Do you know how much
in my old ass?
Do you know how many things that we do in modern society that is rooted in bullshit?
Yeah, I know that part, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Jeremy Hecht was tardy today. He's going you know what I'm saying? He was
the white man is the least punctual of all of us.
They
in the
said
show.
I'm on CP time.
What does CP
Canadian
time stand for?
Time.
Canadian people? That's what niggas saying? How you can't appropriate CP time, dog?
I'm not appropriating
you
it.
just tried to
that's why they want reparations, man. It's out of control right now.
That's crazy too. He don't get them though because he's not American.
You can't get him.
Your passport, what color's your passport?
I also don't give them because I'm Canadian.
What color's your passport, King?
Navy.
Is it?
Yeah. Shout out Roddy Rich.
Canada want to be America so bad.
I always say, and this is no diss to my entire country, so take this with a grain of salt. Canadian culture is mostly trying to be American culture and not doing it as well.
I can fuck with that.
Why not?
Actually,
why
you know what?
Well?
No, it is.
I'm glad you said that.
That sounds like the battle of this year, right? What do you mean not as well?
No. So our TV, our music, I won't say our, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to say a lot
go
of
ahead. Say the M word.
I'm not going to say the M word.
Nuance?
Music.
Okay. A lot of our entertainment is looking to America
to emulate.
To emulate.
Imitate heritage.
No, not to imitate heritage, but to do what they've already done. And a lot of people say you can make it in Canada. Everyone who's made it in Canada has come to America, made it, and brought it back to Canada. If you look at all, like, Bieber moved here, The Weeknd, Drake, Tory Lanez, everyone came here and made it, and then they took it back.
Okay, let me ask you a question, and then we can move on from this. You have an LA hat on right now.
I do.
Okay. Is that available in Canada where you're from?
Potentially. This is a corduroy one, so I'm not sure.
Is your hat available? Did you get your hat in Canada?
I got this in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Corduroy, yeah.
So it's a Dodger hat,
yes.
essentially.
For those in audio, it's a corduroy green, olive green
It's
Dodger
not gang
hat.
affiliated.
It's a Dodger hat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you being from Canada and you having the LA Dodger hat on, are you imitating heritage?
I would like to think that I've been embraced by Los Angeles, or I myself have embraced Los Angeles culture, and I want to represent that. So I still wear Canadian.
How do you feel about the Houston Astros?
I heard that hat is tough.
That's a hat that I heard is great to wear
team.
around
How do you feel about
all
Houston
areas of Los Angeles.
How do you feel about Houston as a city?
Shout out to Houston.
Yeah, I like Houston too.
Yeah.
West Coast.
Yeah.
Also, before we started, I want to get into like Ferg album, all of the things, and then we got to talk about Drake to keep the lights on. But
Drake
we don't talk about other artists. We don't even talk about anyone else. I heard
Drake cast.
But I want to just throw this out here, and for the internets to break this conspiracy theory down. But I literally sat down and I have my nip shirt on, right?
Yeah.
And so as I'm humming the intro to Victory Lap. It's self-titled. It's called Victory Lap on the album. And
hum it for us. There we go.
Right?
That's pretty good.
Something like that. I forgot. I don't know how to do the melody correctly. But as I'm doing it, I'm like, then I start lowering because I have a deep voice. So then I'm going down into a minor note, and I'm like, that sounds like X-Men. So I'm like, yo, did I just yell at y'all before we started recording? I'm like, yo, did you hear that?
That's crazy.
And I was like, yo, so now I'm on my certified cover boy shit, right? So I call Mike. Well, I called Problem because he in the studio with Mike because I don't know what Mike.
Jason Martin,
sorry. And I call him, and he's in the studio with Mike from Mike and Keys, who produced most of the Victory Lap process or whatnot. And I'm like, yo, is that intentional? He was like, you know what? You might be on to something. I don't know. Nip was in the studio with her while she was recording it. And
Stacey.
With Stacey, yeah. And while she was recording the vocal, and he might be on some different shit. He might have low-key.
Came up,
now,
yeah.
I don't want what's the name song? And it's like, yo, humming like this. But he was thinking of the X-Men 97 theme song.
Yeah.
And she goes, like, I don't know. Just
let us know.
What's your real first name?
Aaron.
What's your real last name?
Drake.
I like Drake with the melodies.
Well done. Well done.
He be trying.
I try every once
He
in
be
a while.
trying. That, you know what? I like that. I like your puns and your wit better than your raps.
Ooh,
that's fair. I mean,
that hurts.
I sometimes
you love to tear a rapper down, don't you?
Yeah,
you love to obliterate a rapper's feelings
in the bars, though. That's
You love to tear a promising young rapper's dreams down.
That's
to
not
shreds.
True. That's you. You were XXL. You didn't.
I heard a lot of people.
You heard a lot of people.
Ellie, how many people came up to you in your life and started just rapping to you?
My sweetest thing is I'm more successful than a lot of rappers I reviewed back in the 90s. I love that part.
Elliott.
I love that part.
They came and went. You're still here.
They remember me. I'm bigger than them.
Damn.
Pause.
Pause. That's pause. You're right, Andrew. The bigger picture.
This show is crazy right now.
I'm Elliott Wilson, bigger than a lot of rappers from the 90s. I used to review their records. Elliott Wilson.
Certified cover boy, Jeremy Hecht.
Yes. My name is DJ Hed, and shout out to the chat and the comment section. No, I did not name myself that. Who names himself that? You know what I'm saying? The homies wouldn't call me Aaron.
Gina, I've been watching a lot of your content lately, Mr. DJ Hed. Congratulations, you're on a great run right now with Effective Immediately.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
I enjoyed your Ice Cube interview.
Yes.
Legendary. But I did see Gina View says that they do call you something else.
Oh my God.
On the show, other than DJ Hed.
She said,
y'all got a clip?
She said, yeah, we can insert it after. No, we don't have it in. We'll insert it after. She called you DJ Blowjob. I still think DJ Hawk Tour was my favorite. But it's
how many of these do you think that Not Like Us is gonna win?
With the way that the climate been going lately, I think all of them gonna win.
I could see us not getting Song of the Year just because Shaboozey had a crazy year.
Yeah.
I'm not saying us like I'm on the record. I'm not on the record, but
I
could see. I know, right?
That's why they calling you DJ Blowjob. That's why they saying that shit to you right there.
She's not calling me that. She's making reference to
other people calling you that.
So you still have fans because of the excitement of this whole Drake Kendrick fiasco that is calling you this, literally?
No, they don't call me that. It's just it's the other side of the line of scrimmage minions who are calling me that.
And boy, is it entertaining line of scrimmage to cross over to sometimes. Sometimes I cross over on both sides because I like to consider myself somewhat neutral. Sure, I'll give you that. And you go into one of the standums, and you're like, "Oh my god, this is a different world. Mm-hmm. I don't like it here."
Yeah, nah.
Okay, what's the cold and brutal world? Is it the Drake stands world or the Kendrick stands world?
Both are pretty bad. For me, I've received it worse from the Drake stands. And then every once in a while, I'll tweet something about Drake positive. I'll just say something like, "I think Drake has 2 classics or 3 classics or whatever." And then there'll be a Kendrick person being like, "He has 0. Wow, you're so biased towards Drake. Can't let the Canadian go." I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we can't just be, what's your word?
You can't have nuance.
We can't have nuance.
There's no nuance.
Yeah, you gotta have nuance. It's important.
There was no nuance when it came to Grammy nominations.
There was nuance to that. There was a lot of nuance to Grammy nominations.
My nuance from that is that the Grammy system favors people that are already in the system, right? Like if once you're certified, you're in the system. So if you're Andre 3000 and you're the last person with Outkast as a group to win last hip hop album to win album of the year. If you do your flute album, you're gonna get an album of the year nomination. Even though, like, I challenge anybody, and again, I love Andre, no disrespect. I do not know a person on the planet that listened to that whole album from beginning to end.
Can I say something? So
I did.
I listened to it.
3,000?
Beginning to end.
The Blue Sun, New Blues?
The flute album, yes.
Yeah, I listened to it beginning and end.
One time.
No, I did like 3 times. I was trying sleep therapy.
Yeah.
No, but you probably fell asleep. You probably didn't get to the end.
That's offensive?
No,
No, a lot of
did
people
the same
said
thing.
that though. But that's my point. I think people have fell asleep to that album.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you want track 1 to track 9
I
or 10.
meditated to it. I meditated from 1 to
I'm saying nobody listens to it for real.
But my
though.
consciousness was elevating, so technically I was listening to it on like
You
different.
talking about
warp
do niggas
speed.
get on the train and listen to it? No.
You don't know track 5 from track 3. You couldn't even name a track. No one's listened to it
But he
as a
doesn't.
real body of
I
work.
can name one track. I promise
Some
I really
long-ass
tried to
title.
rap.
Yeah.
Pull up them titles again. Like, let's be
I think
serious.
it's like, I promise.
Everyone's put
I
the
swear, I
album on-
promise I really tried to rap or something like that.
because we love Andre. and
I really
because we-
wanted to rap.
I swear I really
that
wanted
first
to
one.
make
That
in
first one.
quotes rap album. But
That's the name of a track.
So there's what, 7 songs?
but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time.
Pause.
Hey, yo.
Pause, Andre.
Hey, yo.
Benjamin.
You don't like
Well, he
you
got a
don't,
whole Cam Flognaw set.
you don't like track 2? The slang word
They're gonna go
pussy
get
rolls
hot
off the
dogs
tongue
and peanuts during that set.
with far better ease than the proper word vagina. Do you agree? That's track 2.
Wait, slow down. So track 1 is what again?
I swear I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally the way the wind blew me this time.
The Wind Blew Me is wild.
That is crazy.
Not necessarily.
Okay, track 2.
Track 2.
What if you know a woman named Wind?
That's like that
From
Kanye
Chicago?
song from Chicago. Yeah,
there you
windy,
go.
windy. Okay. The slang word P rolls off the tongue with far better ease than the proper
Who's
word
quoting
V.
that? Yo, play me track 7.
Do you agree?
Answer you guys to who? Pump that shit real quick, my G. I got to get to the grocery store. No one's heard this record like in any kind of real way.
Do you
We
think?
put it on as backdrop because we respect a legend. We respect him.
Yeah.
But nobody's I find a person who's heard this record from beginning to end.
Do you think
And
he
you know
even
what?
listened to it
Asleep?
I
back?
have an exclusive about this album that I can't talk about.
Oh God, you're the
But I
worst
will-
with this shit.
Here we go.
Why do we pay you? No, do we pay you? I don't even know what we do.
This is what I would say.
We'll give you a raise. Divulge, nigga. We trying to get some ratings here, man. We're trying to win.
So I will say, go.
Who has a flute album secret? I got a flute album secret. Yo, I can't talk about that flute album, yo. Yo, keep that
one that no one asked about.
myself,
Well,
yo.
fuck it, then I keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I have a secret of it. You know, also it didn't.
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on. You're
no.
gonna make fun of him for having a
No.
secret, and then you have a secret.
The album doesn't even really exist.
What you talking about?
Epic Records doesn't count that as an album in his contract. I saw an interview earlier. I don't remember where he said it from. It's not even a real album.
It's a
It doesn't
mystical
count.
album?
It doesn't count. No,
So what is it then?
towards his contract, right?
So what is it?
Outkast signed them, right? He's still technically signed to Epic Records as the Outkast and Andre Benjamin. So he owes records still. That album was submitted. It doesn't even count
That's
because
crazy.
it's a flute album. It doesn't even count as an album. It wasn't shout out Sylvia Rhone, the Queen. It's not registered as a real album in
So
this,
what
this
is it?
contractual thing. It's like dropping a mixtape and they didn't count as your album. It's just like that. It's
Yeah,
like
but
not-
what is it?
I'm asking you. It's a Grammy nominated album of the year. That's what the fuck it is.
It's a download from God.
And what if it wins? What if the shit wins?
Okay, can we just go how
He's
we're
gonna go to the stage and do a little solo.
Hey, he feel a way
My
about
flute
this.
got something to say.
Hey.
My flute got something to say.
Yo, this is
What we gonna
ridiculous.
do?
We're mad about a lot of stuff with the Grammys. They fuck up a
Oh, that
lot.
bothered me. I didn't like
But
that.
this was annoying. Like, I don't even think Andre would be like, I'm so proud of
He
this
was
work that I
shocked.
want it to be.
What?
He's like,
Okay, what category is it nominated for?
Album of the
year. Album of the year. I don't care what it was nominated for, the other one.
The biggest category. That Hope's already campaigned for Beyonce to get the shit. Like, stop giving it to Taylor. Give it to Cowboy Carter this year, or else there's gonna be some problems out here. Hope just stood on business.
Yeah,
And now we
Kanye
got Andre
stood.
Benjamin out here
Yo.
as the dark horse with this goddamn flute album.
You seen the conspiracy where everyone has to get on stage and thank Beyonce?
You better.
Yeah, if you don't thank Beyonce
Cowboy
when
Carter.
you get on stage, then your career might, dwindle. And the theory is that Kanye, the hero that he is, went on stage to protect Taylor Swift from the wrath because she wasn't going to thank Beyonce. So Ye jumped up there and said, Beyonce has the best video ever, preemptively, therefore saving Taylor Swift from
Think
rap
about that.
Beyonce.
I don't know what this white
I didn't
man
even
is
know who
talking
the hell
about.
Taylor Swift was when Kanye West did that stunt, right? I didn't even know who she was. And I was actually there. That's the
Really?
I was at the VMAs when that shit
When
went down.
Ye got on
see him?
stage?
Yes.
Did you see him like
Oh,
press?
I told the story before. You ain't heard the story from me, but okay. So I'm at I had one ticket at the VMAs. I'm sitting next to near Don C, his boy, and like some of his boys, right? So when he did it and jumped up,
Music, so thank you so much for giving me a chance to win a VMA award.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
we all kind of first thought, is this real? Or is this part of like a part of the sketch?
Because they do
Like,
skits.
They do skits. So even his boys, I don't think really knew. And then he did it, and then he jumps down. And I remember, so he jumps down, they go to commercial break, wrestling kind of thing. They're booing him like it's wrestling. They're booing him like it's a wrestling match.
He's the
Like, they
villain.
go to commercial break, they're booing him. He's like a fetus. He's rocking his chair like this. He's back in his chair. Sway comes up to him. Sway tries to console him. They're talking to him. Pink stands up. Pink, P-I-N-K, Pink. She's cursing him out like where the baseball game. Like she's railing on him. He's rocking back and forth. Blah, blah, blah. They go to commercial break. They go back to the awards. They do another commercial. They start booing him again. They wanted his ass out the building. They got him out the building. It was insane. I never seen nothing like that.
Who was they? Got that?
The irate crowd, the irate white
So
folks.
he just left on his own volition.
No, he
like,
had to. He was smart to leave after getting booed. through
nobody
one commercial
escorted
break.
him out though.
No, they escorted him out.
Did he take the Henny?
Really? Oh, he was drunk.
He had a
bottle of Henny
definitely
on the
drank a
red
whole bottle of
carpet.
Henny with Amber on the red carpet. So he came in turned up. Then he's like taking swigs with Joe Jackson. All right,
So he was with Amber.
That was
Yeah.
Amber.
Amber.
Okay. Did she leave with him or she stayed there?
I think she walked out with
She
him.
had to catch the rest of the show.
But it felt like a wrestling show though. The way they were like booing him, like how he turned to the villain, like the good guy.
It's
turned
called
to the
turning
villain.
heel.
Turned heel. He literally turned heel at this music video situation, and like to get booed through the commercial break, it was just comedy. I was like, oh my god, like it was insane to watch. But yeah, so I didn't know who Taylor Swift was, and now I feel like it's
He made that bitch
Let's
famous.
come back to the
Crazy
boss. Like you can't beat Taylor Swift at anything now. Just like with Macklemore's bullshit he did with Kendrick, you're not gonna ever beat Kendrick Lamar in the rap category at the Grammys. Anything in the rap category, not like it's not Kendrick's gonna win. You're not beating Kendrick.
At what?
Anything in the rap category, hip hop categories
Or
forever.
in a rap battle?
No, he already did that too, and we'll get to that. I have more to say about that, but I don't want to do it yet. But yeah,
Taylor, it is funny because that moment for Taylor was big. It introduced her to a new audience, but that was the very specific moment that not only did Ye turn into a heel in the moment, he turned into a heel for potentially the rest of his career. Like, he became the villain. He said he almost had to retire. Like, he didn't know what to do. He went to Hawaii.
He left the country. He left the country.
That was what a moment. What a moment.
But we're still reeling from that because we have Taylor Swift out here being this fucking Debo that dominates the world. She's the only one that sells millions.
It is Taylor Swift though.
First week.
It is Taylor Swift though. Like, let's be for real.
I've never connected with it. Like, is
you don't have to like the music.
Are there slaps?
Taylor got a couple of slaps.
She does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she got a couple of slaps.
So baby, now we
So do you give her album of the year again? Do you break Beyonce's goddamn heart and you give her album of the year again in front of Beyonce? Is that what you do?
So let me ask you a question.
Is that what you do?
Let me ask you a question.
Why? I don't know. I wasn't passionate about the
Let me ask you a
Grammys this
question.
year. I'm very passionate.
Beyonce did SoFi Stadium, right?
Okay. Yes.
Taylor Swift did
West
too.
Coast
3 times.
No one's
Taylor Swift has the biggest tour
one's
ever.
saying that numbers wise, Taylor's not the bigger artist. Taylor is the bigger artist. Metrics, numbers, stats.
Culturally, no.
What about
What
somebody
culture?
that artistically challenges himself, literally makes a goddamn country album, which is high quality? Like
Taylor also ventured into country.
She did it first.
That's not the same.
I'm not.
thing.
I'm
She
just.
started
I'm
in
not
country.
That's like her making a hip hop album.
I'm not.
or R&B album.
Whoa. I'm not. What?
Yes, it's spreading your wings. Beyonce is not a country artist. She has country roots, Texas, the whole thing, but she's an R&B artist, right? Who then stepped out of genre and made a high quality album of a different genre.
So you saying graded on a curve?
There's no curve.
No, you graded on a curve based on the fact that she's.
I say you can't compare it to saying Taylor went more country compared to Beyonce going country. Taylor would have to take a step level of making an R&B album or whatever a hip hop album would look like to me to be a parallel to that. No,
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
let's do it.
I ain't never seen no shit like Taylor Swift in my life. I don't know what this is.
Even Drake's scared of her.
Everybody is. Nobody want, bro. I don't want no. What are her? They Swifties.
Swifties.
I don't want no smoke with you people.
They say Kendrick switched the release date of his diss track to appease Taylor Swift. That's what the rumor was on Taylor Made.
So Big tell her about the debo this thing again and went album of the year.
I don't know. But what I will tell you is that I have never in my life seen anything like the Taylor Swift phenomenon. This lady did the SoFi Stadium 3 times, right? That's according to Certified Cover Boy. I know she did it more than once. She sells more than entire record labels. That's not even hyperbole.
She could keep the lights on in any.
That's not even hyperbole. She literally outsells entire record labels with catalog and hella artists. It's like, I ain't never seen no shit like this. So if she I put it to you this way: do Taylor Swift drop an album every year? She usually does one on.
She's in there. That's the album of your battle. Beyonce and Taylor going at it again
every year.
Andre's in there. That's the battle. How do you feel about this?
Well, not to go too far left into the Taylor Swift field, but I did have to ask my sister about Taylor because she's going to the Eras tour. She was fired up about it, and I was like, "What is it about these concerts that's so great?" Because obviously she has a lot of hits, like way more hits than most people would even think about. If you played, like, you would know some of these songs back to back. Yeah. But she said the concerts have this communal feel where, so it's the Eras tour. You dress from a different era. So you might dress from her first album. I might dress from her second album, your third album. You go up to people, you share friendship bracelets. You go, wow, I love your outfit. You make new friends. Like, this is a full-on community.
Hey, white
and
people
there's
different,
people
bro.
who are like 10 there. There's 9-year-olds.
Are there any black folks there?
Mm-hmm.
There, I've seen
it be niggas
few.
there. It just...
Hey.
It do. Niggas be there, but it don't be as many.
Man. Niggas be there. Okay, West Coast. God damn it. I'm saying the black folk. Black and brown, my G.
Black and brown people attend. Black and brown people attend the Taylor Swift 10%,
15%. What's the crowd looking like? I've been to Public Enemy shows where there was none but white people, so I'm not judging. I'm just saying, what does it look like? You think it's probably
not
10%,
over 10.
10%?
What do you think?
I wouldn't say it's over 10%. I haven't been to a Taylor Swift show in a long time.
You went to a Taylor Swift show?
Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran. She was doing an arena in Winnipeg, or stadium in Winnipeg, in 2010.
Was Ed Sheeran shirtless?
Which era? Hold on.
Ed Sheeran wasn't shirtless.
Hold on. Which era of Taylor Swift did you dress for,
Which year is this?
No, this was before the Eras tour. I just dressed normally. This was the red
What'd you
era.
wear?
I'm sure I wore like a plaid shirt and a white shirt underneath and jeans.
What year is this?
Who remembers what they wore at a Taylor Swift show?
I'm giving you like what I would have been wearing in 2012. I'm just giving you like a...
What made you go?
Free tickets.
There you go.
My friend, shout out to Justin.
You went with a man?
No, we went with, it was like 5 girls and 5 guys. It wasn't like double dates or anything. It was just like.
You had 10 tickets in a motherfucker?
Justin's dad had a box, okay? It was a press box.
Let's cop 10 real quick.
No, we didn't buy 10 tickets. We got 10 free tickets.
Yo.
Yeah.
Do you remember what Justin was wearing?
No, but me and him did go to a Backstreet Boys concert together, and we wore T-shirts in the box, in the press box.
Backstreet's back.
One of us said Backstreet's back on the shirt, and mine said ... they never left.
Y'all wore like themed T-shirts.
Everybody.
A lot of shit is making sense.
So you sing with me off camera
together, right?
You sing with me off camera. On camera, you don't want to do it.
No, I fuck with Backstreet Boys, but that you going to the shirt. Going to the show with the shirt matching shirt.
It was for Instagram. It was for the picture. Does that make it better or worse? Maybe worse.
That's worse.
So Andre 3000, album of the year.
Grammys, Jeremy.
Album of the year.
Yeah,
okay,
that made me mad.
Who we think should win album of the year?
Christ.
We doing predictions?
Sure.
Grammy predictions?
I got either Sabrina Carpenter or Charlie XCX.
It's Taylor Swift. What are you talking about?
They had their years though. Brad Summer was huge. Sabrina had 5 hits on that.
You want to make a wager on it?
The kids love the Billie Eilish, don't they?
Sure, we can bet.
So you gonna go against the Swifties and go with?
Can I just bet she's not gonna win? I'll just bet against Taylor.
Yeah, because I'm stupid enough to take that bet.
Okay. You just said you think Taylor's gonna win.
Yeah, but that gives you a wider spread.
But you're so confident in your girl.
No, I'm not confident in she ain't my girl. I don't know who she belongs to now. She ain't a Chiefs fan no more.
No.
Is she
they
still
broke up?
Oh, I didn't know if she was. I don't know. I don't follow that shit. But what I'm saying is, What I'm saying is, I know that they're not gonna give it to Andre and they're not gonna give it to Beyonce.
They give it to Beyonce. Cowboy Carter, baby.
You got Beyonce?
Cowboy Carter time, man. They got to do it. Let's
I don't
go.
think they're gonna give it to her, bro.
It's time.
Ye gonna have to make another appearance.
Ye gonna pop up like a little thing, you know what I'm saying?
They're not inviting him. Although he did get nominated for Carnival.
You think Ye has to be invited somewhere to pull up?
That's very true. That's very true.
Ye gonna pull up in an all blackie,
Ski mask.
the all black.
So you want to look at these rap categories
Okay.
to see who Kendrick's going to beat?
All right, rap album. So Kendrick was nominated for 6
First of all,
Grammys.
DJ Hed, how do you feel about the enormous amount of nominations for a Kendrick Lamar record called Not Like Us?
Record of the year, song of the year, best rap song, best rap performance, best music video, and DJ Mustard.
There's nothing higher than record of the year, song of the year in these type of places, right, Jeremy? Like, Not Like Us is on this level?
I'm going to make a Grammy prediction. I don't think they're going to let us sweep.
You're not getting
I'm not
Grammys?
saying us. I'm not on the record, okay? I don't think they're going to allow Kendrick to sweep. I don't know who they is, but I just don't see him sweeping because...
You mean winning in all categories? The
correct.
ones too,
I don't
yes.
see him sweeping because niggas don't like the West Coast. And we fine with it.
Okay, so you see him winning best rap song.
I see us getting 3 out of those 5.
Best rap performance. Does he get best music video?
I see us getting 3 out of those 5. You take your pick.
So that's just, so he's not getting song of the year, record of the year. Those going to
I don't know.
non-hip-hop records.
I don't know.
Do you think
I think Shaboozey might get song of the year.
Yeah. Do you think he doesn't open his mouth often because it's too overwhelming for the Grammys? Because every time he does, this is what happens. So it's like he keeps his mouth shut until like a specific time so that when he does open his mouth, it doesn't like, the committee doesn't go crazy.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
What do you think of this?
He be trying.
DJ Hed, you've been on the record that, you know, with all respect to Not Like Us being the big hit record that it is, it's probably the biggest fucking record of the year. It's now the greatest diss song of all time. It's beat Hit 'Em Up. It's over. Unbelievable, but it's happened. Euphoria, another great Kendrick Lamar record.
Ooh, let's jump with the...
I like how you did actually. That's my favorite. It's interesting that record, I guess it was submitted. Was it submitted? It was submitted also.
I have no knowledge of
consideration. I think it was submitted for
I
consideration.
think they said it was, yeah.
Yeah. That
Soundwave
all the
said.
nominations went to Not Like Us and not that song, which that feels more, let's say, Grammy friendly.
Best rap performance.
Why?
Yeah. Because it doesn't have salacious content like pedophilia allegations and things of that nature, right?
Hey.
So
History lessons about Atlanta.
you know what I'm saying?
Wop,
like I saw
wop,
something back in
wop,
the day.
wop.
Speaking of WAP, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion.
Whores
Remember that
in
record?
this house. There's some whores in this house.
That was one of your joints. You like that
Yeah.
one? That got you through the pandemic.
Nah. I played the record.
I
though.
saw something, Jeremy, you can check. I think Cardi did not submit that record for the Grammys because she didn't want the backlash of winning a Grammy for that type of record, right? That she would get.
Yes,
from
was
certain
concerned about internet backlash and reaction and conservative criticism.
Why is
at the beginning.
Kendrick now not concerned that, to me, now, no matter how you look at it, as history goes on years from now, this whole battle is going to be defined by one record called Not Like Us. So why is Kendrick comfortable standing on that record as being the, like, with the content it has, the record?
It's the best record. It's the biggest record. It's the kill shot. It's the finishing move.
Yeah.
Did you play Mortal Kombat?
No.
Mortal Kombat is, you finish him, and that's, that's it. I think that's the only reason. The thing is, Euphoria is a great record. Like, I've advocated, coped for that record, but not like there was nothing like this phenomenon. The Dodgers were playing it, spraying champagne on each other.
I don't know if we have to pause there.
Yeah,
Can
I
we
was
pause?
thinking about it.
The
We can
pause?
leave it. They
You know
said
what I'm saying?
we're too
pause
misogynistic,
a lot?
so we won't pause that one. In the
Like,
comments.
bro, you got to think about this, bro. Like, it's just there's been nothing, anything not named Shaboozey. There's been nothing this year.
See, what me my theory when I said that it has the side of unification, right? Like,
Correct.
No one wants to say that part, right?
Correct.
And even I caught heat when I said that shit. Now it speaks to my accountability later on. I caught heat when I said that he turned the negative into a positive in that sense of unification, power of the West Coast. A lot of this kind of stuff that with hip hop history, we talked a little earlier before we got on mic about, the tension at times, or like the West not being accepted the same way because East Coast started hip hop at the time, right? So it speaks to all that, right?
Yeah. And also, you got to think about it too. From the unification perspective, it definitely did galvanize a whole region.
I call it the Great Canadian Unifier.
Actually, I got it, and I got a theory too, Jeremy. And you tell me if you agree with me or not.
Okay.
I think as time's going on, it's not even about the pedophile shit as much as it's not. To me, that never. I remember in real time that almost landed. Right. I remember going to get some coffee. And like the bar, those was a bar. What do you call them? Bartistas?
Barista, yeah.
Barista.
Yeah, I was thinking of the wrestler. I was thinking Batista.
Batista.
Dave Batista. Dave Batista. A barista?
A barista, yes.
A Caucasian barista gentleman that I have a coffee shop I frequent.
Yeah.
Was like, Elliott, man, you know, what's up with this? Is it true? Is it true? Like his world shattered that Drake could be a real creepy guy, allegedly, right?
Yeah.
Like his world. So in real time, I think when that song first came out, there was a little of that going on of like, oh my God, like, is there something we don't know about this guy? Like, is it like we know he dates young women, but is everybody like, is there something creepy going on here, right? In real life. And then I think that slowly died down. And now I think it's like, if anything landed from that record in terms of like content, it's the third verse about Atlanta, colonizer type stuff. Like the problem this guy lacks of understanding culture and how things move, right? That landed. And then he makes records with people from Atlanta. He's in the bleachers with Lotto and shit from fucking history, the history. Like, so that landed to me. Like, I feel like it's become less and less about that wild accusation. And that just seems like cheap shots and, you know, humor and like low blow and just comedy of it. And people not taking it seriously, where the other part of it, the Atlanta shit and the character assassination and what he means in hip hop and his place in hip hop, that's held to me.
I think that's held more in the hip hop world. What I will say is I speak to the whites outside of the hip hop world sometimes. Different world.
So they're still on that.
There's people who are like, they're like, you know, Drake might be a pedophile. Is Drake?
Yeah, see, I caught that early. Yeah.
They don't, because they haven't dug into all this stuff, and they don't even really know maybe the other songs in the battle. Maybe they just heard Not Like Us, and they're just like, what is? I think there are people that are like, what's happening in hip hop? I think we've kind of all agreed to move past the wild allegations on both sides for the most part, and just let it be about the music. I think that people have gotten over it for the most part in hip hop. That's my theory. But what do you think?
Why are you smiling like that? That's really the question.
The Not Like Us phenomenon was a unifier for a region, sonically and content wise, right?
Yes, sir.
The feel, the vibe, the movement, the tempo, all of the things. Again, I can't speak on certain things, but I will say, if you are from west of Texas, have your affairs in order. There's a tidal wave coming. Be ready.
Stay on stream.
Stay on stream.
That's why there's so many West Coast projects dropping right now. It's like everybody's trying to get theirs before the tsunami. Have you heard any of the tsunami?
I like how you phrase it. I mean, listen, I've heard records of different individuals that are from California.
Any that are from Compton?
I've heard records from people from Compton.
Don't start that broccoli thing. Don't start it now, Jeremy.
Hey, did he respond? Can you just tell me if he responded to the text that you sent him with my DM?
No, he did not respond. God damn it.
He didn't
Santa Claus.
He didn't respond to the text I sent him about you. No,
he didn't specifically respond about that. Did he?
Oh wow, that's the deal. Why you got to put in his face? He responds to other texts.
He responded to other ones.
Huh?
He responded to other texts. Did he say anything? Okay, all right.
How you feel today, DJ? I feel great, Kendrick.
Yo,
fuck Jeremy's request though.
Guys, I'm trying.
Grand Rising, kid.
Wayno tweeted the other day, does anyone know how to make broccoli? And then I just tweeted back at Kendrick Lamar, you have any idea? And it got like 100,000 views on Twitter. They're looking for the broccoli.
You know what else is interesting about this?
What?
These 7 noms.
6.
7.
7?
Noms.
Okay, 7.
They like that record.
You like that record?
I like that.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about Not Like Us.
He's competing against himself.
He's competing against himself.
How happy you are about that.
Like That was a crazy
Best rap performance.
Like That
Best
was crazy.
rap song. How do you compete against yourself?
Okay, where is DJ Hed when he gets where were you at when the Grammy noms come in? And what was your initial reaction?
I was at the house and
meditating.
I was at the house and I was looking at the happenings of the Grammys.
So you knew it was going down. You was excited to see what was.
I wasn't excited, but I knew that there was going to be some controversy, and so I was paying attention to it. And then once all of the things came out, I went to my X account and you know, did my certified cover boy shit. And oh man, the internet went crazy. They did not
They didn't like your views?
They didn't like that. They did not like that record.
Was there a best comment you got back? Any that you laughed at?
No. You know what? The trolls are kind of mid. Like, I'm almost better at trolling than they are.
They got to come with some
because
new
you know what I realized too is that a lot of people who troll aren't really that bright, and so like
they're not wordsmiths.
Yeah, like so your trolling should be elevated at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like calling me DJ Blowjob or the referencing the homie as the midget. Like that's very lowbrow content.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even I don't resort. Even like when I hear people talk about Elliott or me or like even calling Act like the chipmunk. Like that's lowbrow to me.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm not really a slapstick kind of guy. I'm more of a
intelligence.
Yeah, Larry David type motherfucker.
Where it hits later and then you're like, it all came together perfectly.
Like, he bled me on that. Also, I want to say that the Grammys, I said this on my show, Effective Immediately, on Hip Hop Nation, Sirius XM, my radio show, nationally syndicated.
When does it come
out? Just check your local listings.
My co-host is Gina Views.
And my co-host is Gina Views. But they bled Mustard with that Grammy photo, bro. The Grammy photo that they use,
before he lost the weight.
Oh my God, bro. The photo they used for Mustard was.
Why you blow it up? That's your home. That's the homie. Why you have to blow up the fact?
We had to bring attention to that. It was crazy.
Can we say that it was a huge snub that Metro didn't get nominated for Producer of the Year?
Huge snub?
Huge.
For what? Producer of the Year?
Mustard deserved a nomination for...
I'm asking for what, Jeremy Hecht? Producer of the Year?
Producer of the Year, yeah.
Yes. I mean, they nominated the album with him and Future, the first one, We Don't Trust You. They nominated Like That. He definitely should have got a Producer of the Year nomination alongside Mustard.
Maybe both.
Maybe the Grammys don't trust Metro.
Maybe,
Grammys, why don't you trust Metro?
He does have a weird case.
I didn't know.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Jeremy on some timing today,
I'm just saying. Shout out to Metro.
He's late, but he's on some timing today, man.
But no. I think that was a huge snub. I think Schoolboy Q was a huge snub. I don't know what they submitted, so I can't say which category, but Schoolboy Q not being on the Grammy nominations was the biggest snub to me. I asked Doechii about it shout out to Doechii. I asked her about it and she agreed that Schoolboy Q deserved to have at least something on the board. I would have given him Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Rap
Performance your Album of the Year,
Year.
Schoolboy Q?
At least a nomination. It's between that. Well, yeah, Tyler's going to be for next year, but Schoolboy Q is going to win
West Coast says no?
What do you got?
I don't agree with what Jeremy is saying.
Hit me.
Okay.
Because you don't get participation trophies. And you just asked him, do he think that's Album of the Year? He said no, but I think it deserves a nomination. No.
No, but let me say that back.
Hold on, listen. If you don't think something deserves to win Album of the Year, it shouldn't be nominated.
It deserves to win this year. Tyler's won't qualify for this year. So it's not my favorite album of 2024, but it's my favorite album that qualifies for the Grammys of 2025. So I think it's my album. It would be my album of the year at the Grammys. Because it's my second favorite.
I'm doing the math on that.
Carry the two.
You the calculator?
Okay, so do you think Schoolboy Q had the best album released within this qualifying year?
Yes.
Okay, well then they deserve to be nominated.
Yeah.
But like, I don't believe in that. Like, oh well, why did so-and-so get a nomination? Do you think that's the best rap song of the year? Well, no, but it should have been nominated.
Yeah, that's a fair way to think
about it. That shit is whack. I don't like that.
Well, what about the idea that maybe Doechii? I mean, it's very rare to me you see a label have two albums that are nominated. What if, like, Hate It or Love It, Doechii took his spot? More critical acclaim, more hype around her. Like, maybe, what if that spot was given to her that should have been Schoolboy Q's in a sense? No.
I mean, I love Doechii's album, but I think Schoolboy Q's deserved to win that. And I think a song could have been nominated too.
If Schoolboy Q was nominated for Album of the Year, you think he deserves
Rap
album of the year. You think he deserves to win?
Yes.
Okay, then it should be nominated.
What are the rap album of the year? What are the rap album of the year nominees we have?
Future and Metro, We Don't Trust You. J. Cole, Might Delete Later. Common and Pete Rock, The Auditorium, Volume 1. Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal, and Eminem, The Death of Slim
Again,
Shady.
so let's speak to this. Let's speak what I said about, like, look at the landscape, right? Like, to me, this is no disrespect to these artists. This isn't indicative. Jeremy, I don't know if you
I would get rid of two of those albums.
Yeah. These five albums don't represent the five best albums of the year.
No.
If you look at everybody that's nominated, we can explain why. Again, J. Cole's an established artist. So even though he deliberately deleted the last song of this album, and the shit's called Might Delete Later.
That's a disqualifier.
And even though it's a good album, it's nominated because J. Cole is J. Cole and has history, right? Common and Pete Rock I knew from jump because they were on the same label that Killer Mike was on. Clearly have a good relationship with the Grammys in terms of submissions. Like I like that album a lot. I interview Common and Pete, but
Great album, but
good album, but I don't think it's top 5 of the year.
Yeah.
Future, again, established artist. He's been nominated before. Eminem, the legend. And I think Eminem's going to win. Eminem's winning this.
he might win this.
Eminem's winning this. And then Doechii, to me, took Q's spot, or because of the TDE cachet that was built through Kendrick and their relationship, and, and the quality of what it was. And I think and again, I like Doechii. I think she's super talented. I do think that record is a little overrated in terms of things. And yeah, I think it doesn't truly, to me, reflect what happened in hip hop in the past year or so.
What would you guys have taken off and subbed?
I think M's gonna win.
Marshall. And I'm not mad at that though, honestly, because he's so, like, I think again, whether I still love, I love Eminem from a certain era, like, but I still respect him. And I respect that. I feel like he's made some bad records, but I feel like he's back on a better level of the music making that he makes. It doesn't mean I'm bumping this every single day the same way I would back in Eminem's heyday, which I was connected to at that time. But I respect that he does the numbers still at this era and was like one of the biggest selling records of the year.
Yeah.
And I think by all accounts, he should deserve his moment of winning it.
And it was his big comeback album, and I think he really, he delivered on expectation from especially from his fan base.
And it does reflect the year. It does reflect the year in hip hop.
Yeah.
The only one of these albums that I went back to and listened to, based on certain songs, was Doechii.
You didn't go back to Like That?
No, I played Like That, but I didn't go back to the album. It's best rap album.
That's still my top album of the year. I think Tyler's right under there right now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't count for this cycle. But I still think We Don't Trust You, the first album, reflects this year and gave us Like That and gave us this great body of work that kind of reflects. It's kind of the parallel to the Drake Kendrick battle that would happen. So I still feel like that's the album of the year, rap wise.
I kind of have to keep that on there for that purpose because of how impactful that album became. But I would take off Cole. I think Might Delete Later got disqualified because the diss track.
Yeah, I don't think Cole thinks he belongs.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I would sub.
No disrespect.
I'll put names out there since you guys aren't.
Let's do it.
I'll take off J. Cole and put Rhapsody.
Big rap.
I'll take off Common and Pete Rock and put on Schoolboy Q. I will take off. I'm gonna get heat for this.
Let's go, Jeremy.
I'll take off Eminem and I'll put on Vince Staples.
Woo! You West Coast out.
And if I really wanted to,
you take out the white man and put Dark Times in there. That's what you wanted to do,
shout out
right?
to black women. And I would put Glorilla over Future and Metro.
Glorilla.
Those would be mine.
Wow, so you have a whole different top 5 again? What do you have there? Glorilla, Vince Staples, Schoolboy
Glorilla,
Q.
Schoolboy,
Actually,
Rhapsody,
you know what?
Vince Staples, and Schoolboy Q.
You like that?
Because of the West Coast?
No, I fuck with that.
The Jeremy Awards.
I fuck with the Jeremy Award. I fuck with the Jeremy. I think it'll be way more compelling. Glorilla up there. Rhapsody up there. 3 women.
You said Schoolboy
for
Q.
rap album of the year.
Schoolboy Q, Vince Staples. Yep.
I wanted to keep. Yeah, I kept Doechii on there, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I would put rap and actually, I don't know. You can only nominate 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is
wait a minute.
Racist because the other board categories have 8 people now. Why can't we have 8 people in our categories, man?
That's true.
Record of the year, somebody they've increased it to 8 nominations. Why can't we have 8 nominations? Where's our 40 acres? God damn it. Where's our mule? What's my mule called?
I am going to inquire about that.
Please do that.
You're on the board,
connects.
right?
Yes.
So did you vote for all 7 nominations?
I didn't vote.
Or did you?
It's genre discrimination. That's what it is.
Wait, you didn't vote, but you're on the board?
Correct.
How does that work?
It's interworkings of the Grammys, but I am not a voting member.
Okay.
I'm a member of the Grammys. I didn't join the Grammy board to vote. I joined the Grammy board to understand this shit.
Got it.
But you have to, if to be a vote, I can opt in and be a voting member if I wanted to, but I'm not finna go listen to everybody's shit and give it. I'm just being honest with you. Like, I will I'll vote for the stuff I vote for, but it's like people who voted during the election. It's like, well, I'm voting for rent control and Kamala. Everything else I left blank. It's like, okay, thank you.
Skip button. Skip.
Okay, thank you, but that's not helping the situation, right? I'm just not one of the people who do things for the sake of doing it. So I can go be a voting member, but I know that I'm not going to go listen to Taylor Swift's whole album, and I'm not going to go listen to whatever the fuck else, Sabrina Carpenter's whole album, and give it a fair critique. And
I did listen to Sabrina Carpenter. The album was good.
She got slapped. It was like 5-6 records in the Billboard
hits.
But I'm just saying, other people do that, and that, to me, that's not. Like they'll not know. Like they were voting. One of the homies was voting for like propositions, and they was like, "Well, I don't know what this. I just picked this one because the person had a Hispanic last name." It's like, bro, this shit is too important to just be. The answer is C. Like that's not how I get out. So if I'm not gonna really do the due diligence, I don't even play with it.
You know who didn't get voted for was Tommy Richmond in the hip hop and rap categories.
Somebody hand me my violin.
They love your violin.
The chat emojis were going crazy with the violins last week. They're gonna go crazy right now too if you're watching this live.
Tommy,
I'm completely disinterested in this.
So the Tommy fumbled it again. Tommy messed up again. Poor Tommy.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't want more internet backlash, so he told them forget it. He just said don't vote for me.
Is disinterested a word?
I think so. I think it actually is.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
My favorite comment from last week was somebody said this. They said, every time Hed says wherewithal, Alex is quick. Every time Hed says wherewithal and looks into the camera, an owl dies.
Wherewithal.
But that's a wherewithal of the wherewithal and a nuance.
I mean,
understand culture.
I mean, owls are needed. We need owls. They're nocturnal.
They're a hoot.
You guys are the worst. What are the rap songs?
Okay, do you want
who's
rap
getting
song?
it over Tommy?
Okay, rap song
who
nominees.
$1 Million Baby? What records could possibly be better than $1 Million Baby? What records?
Okay, only a few.
What could possibly be better than that?
Only 5. Only 5.
Elliott is an
Asteroids,
asshole.
Rhapsody and Hit Boy, Carnival, Ye, Ty Dolla $ign, Rich the Kid and Playboi Carti, Like That, Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar. Not Like Us, Kendrick, and yeah, Glow.
I wonder which one is going to win.
What if Not Like That and Not Like Us? I Like That and Not Like Us. What does Kendrick get 2 Grammys? It's a tie. Kendrick gets 1.
I don't think it works that way.
There's a tie sometimes. It's rare. They do a tie.
They
do?
It's rare.
I've never seen a tie for best rap song.
ties ever happen?
I've never seen a tie for best rap song.
Grammy been a tie.
Really? It's rare.
Okay. Best
ties?
R&B performance in 2022, Silk Sonic and Jasmine Sullivan
There you go.
tied
Had to break
for
that
best
down.
R&B performance.
Talk to me.
Song of the Year in 1978, Barbra Streisand and Paul Williams in a crazy tight race. Evergreen theme from A Star Is Born and Joe Brooks, You Light Up My Life, tied for Song of the Year.
Oh, they couldn't pick between A Star Is Born and You Light Up My Life?
Mm-hmm.
It's both slaps.
Both slaps. And one more time, in 2000, Santana
records.
tied Michael Jackson's record for most awards won in a single night with 8 Grammys. And
That's
I think
not the
there was a
same
tie.
time.
That's different.
The homies hit me
Yeah,
from
it's
the Bay. The homies hit me from the Bay and said, man, we appreciate you teaching Elliott slaps.
My guy Brandon here, that's Brandon Peters. He's working me at Double XL. He knows it too. I'll be talking about slaps.
I saw
funny.
Jason Martin. I was like, I'm learning what a slap is from DJ Hed. He's like, no better guy to teach you.
Yeah.
But Not Like Us. Okay, so what other songs do we think?
Not Like Us gonna win.
Wait, so Jeremy, you excited Asteroids? That seems like a rare pick that got in there.
Yeah, that was. I'm
Shout out to
happy.
Hit Boy, man.
I thought she should have
Shout out
gotten an
Hit Boy.
album of the year nom, but I
Hit
thought
Boy
that was
gonna roll
cool.
the Grammys. That's nice.
Go.
Hit Boy is like a
Salute Big Hit.
he's like a Grammy darling.
He is. There you go. That's what I'm saying. That's what they favor. You got to be in their system.
Who is they?
The Grammy system. As you see, it favors those that play nice.
I found it
Kanye has to
interesting.
be in it. Kendrick got to be in it.
I found it interesting that they put Ye in there. And
Isn't that an older song? Like, how did that get submitted this year?
No, it was #1 this year. Independent. #1
This
record
year?
This
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
First vote
Holy
just came
shit.
out this year.
I'm
yeah.
just surprised that
Wow, that's a
giving
long year.
everything
But
that's happened.
he's one of the most celebrated. There's less heat on him right now in
Yeah,
terms
yeah.
of his views and things. And
No,
stuff.
not the views. I'm just how he's treated the Grammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in
He
the
pissed
past.
on it.
He pissed
Literally.
on the Grammy.
Well, I don't think he's gonna win. There's no way. And Glorilla getting a nom, I think, is big for her.
Super big.
Yeah, I love that.
Super big.
I wish she would have got nominated for Rap Album of
Me
the
too.
Year. Honestly, she
Was that deadline wise still?
I don't know
did
the
it get any
deadline.
time?
but you might be on to something.
It was so close to it. I can understand it not getting nominated because it was if it was in time, it still was very close to the
Yeah, it was
deadline.
probably because October 11th, 2024,
Yeah, came in
and,
right under the
and
deadline.
the Grammy album or Grammy submission deadline for 2024
Let me ask Dame.
was August 30th, 2024. So it was too late.
It
So
was too
I
late,
take
okay.
that back on my pick. I guess I'd have to keep
Okay,
one
so
of
I
the
don't have
albums
to
on
ask
there.
Dame.
So no Get It Sexy.
No.
I mean,
No.
Y'all didn't enjoy Get It Sexy?
seeing Sexy Red get a Grammy on stage in the exact same thing she would normally wear throwing money would be, honestly, that would be hilarious. She would be her.
No, what?
You don't think Sexy would accept that award in the same way that she would
She would
accept every
definitely.
other award?
She would go up there and be Sexy Red.
Yeah, she would be her.
So what's the other rap category that Kendrick's going to beat everybody in? Do we think anybody has a chance? Rap performance, I
rap
guess, right?
performance, yeah.
What's that looking like?
Okay.
What's that looking like? Rap performance.
That's rap performance.
2024.
Cardi B, Enough.
See, there you go. Cardi didn't even stand on that record. And Cardi
Common
B's
and
in the
Pete
system.
Rock. Doechii, Nissan Altima, Eminem Houdini, Glorilla Yeah Glow, Like That, Future Metro, Not Like Us. I mean, Dot's gonna win this too.
Oh, so that's 7 nominations here. They did do 7 here. That's
No, it
weird.
was 7 with the Like That record.
No, but the other one only had 5. That's where it's weird. How did they decide how many?
He's saying the amount of artists.
Oh,
that
the
are in it.
amount that's allowed.
The amount, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
7 on this
I'm
one.
definitely gonna ask about that.
I think Like That should win this. Because if you listen, like Not Like Us was a crazy performance. I'm not taking it back.
Yeah.
But the performance of Like That,
I agree with
it was
Jeremy.
really like the tone in his voice, like the
the unexpectedness of Kendrick being on that record, what that record set off. Yeah, I would go with Like That. But
even you listen back,
Actually,
that aged so well.
You know what's crazy? I wouldn't be surprised if Houdini won.
Oh yeah, no, I see that too.
Based on your
that's
point,
the only one that could be Kendrick.
based on your point, the nostalgia and
Being Slim Shady again.
being Slim Shady again, and then the way he delivered the record, I could see, the people that don't necessarily look like me voting for Eminem for this.
Even Doechii. The way she performed on that song.
On Nissan Altima?
Yeah, like
I can see that.
She was real like
This is a real contending category right here.
I think this one. You like this one? It's your favorite.
I think this one is probably more competition than the other ones.
Yeah.
Just based on it's a performance on the record as opposed to it being a song or impact or anything like that.
So Kendrick definitely gets best rap song.
For sure.
But there's a chance he may not win best rap performance in you guys' mind.
I think he might win 4. I think he'll win 4 awards.
I said 3 to be conservative, but
I just don't see him getting Song of the Year
over Shaboozey.
Yeah, and I don't see him
Why
getting.
Shaboozey should win. That's been the record. But why do you guys seem so confident that they're going to award him? Because he's still a newer artist. Like a lot of times they'll favor something older. He's not in the system. Like I'm saying,
what Shaboozey has done, what Shaboozey has done, and what Ghazi and Nima and what they have done from an independent standpoint.
Well, shout out Empire.
Is insane. It's never been
it's
done
like
before.
Number one,
and
however many weeks in a row.
I don't have the authority to speak on things that I know in regards to the record, but when it comes out, you'll understand like the things that Shaboozey has done going literally against the system is insane. Like, and if you're familiar with Nashville and how country music works and how they have this, I don't want to call it like a curtain, but that's what the reference was made to me. There's a wall there.
Yeah, a white curtain.
Absolutely.
There's a wall there that if you don't do these certain things or go through these certain people or fuck with this certain team and et cetera, then you get a no-fly zone from a country music perspective.
So you also feel
which is also what happened with Beyonce, because Beyonce took a non-traditional, which is also then what happened to Lil Nas X, which is why Billy Ray Cyrus ended up jumping on that and cutting through that noise. But the reason why Beyonce didn't get that ado is due to the same principles that Shaboozey broke down the door for.
Yeah.
And so once that comes out, I don't know if, whenever that Ghazi and them will speak on it, but once all of that comes out, people will understand like this Shaboozey shit is insanely crazy. It's never been done before the way they're doing it.
Shout out to Shaboozey.
And it's been number one. It's about to tie.
It's like
Old
the
Town
record,
Road,
right?
tie the record.
For all-time record.
But you feel like the Empire themselves are making those sort of right moves also with the Grammy committee and Grammy things to get the deserved award that they should?
Absolutely. Yeah. For sure. But the thing is, like, this is the thing. This is a black man, right? Like a real, like, black dude. Like he not
there he is.
This not like like a Wayne Brady. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. But I'm not. That's not from me. But what people
Wayne Brady gonna have to get out this car.
What people have said about Wayne, right? This is a black dude for real. Where it's like he's not a conformist, and he has been uncompromising with his art and with his song and stuff like that. And they put the time and effort in. They worked the record forever. And this song is
17 weeks total.
17 weeks, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Jaquan is going to get a Grammy from Shaboozey. because he sampled Tipsy for that song.
He sampled Jaquan.
Jaquan's if we don't see Jaquan at the Grammys accepting that award,
Bro, Jaquan is what, from St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah.
Bro.
He's at Missouri. That was good.
He did the hood hop.
He did the hood hop.
And Shaboozey is 17 weeks #1 with this record, bro. Come on, dog. This is culture.
Black man.
Country record, #1 in the country.
I got a fake ID though.
That's crazy, bro.
That's nuts.
I don't
So you
think
think
Not
he's
Like
winning
Us is
what?
going to win.
He's winning song of the year,
Song and
of the year?
record of the year.
You think he's winning
over
both?
Kendrick, yeah. I think so.
I think he's going to win Song of the Year.
Sabrina might win record
Show me
of
the
the
record
year.
of the year. Show me the records of the year.
Okay.
And again, break down again the difference between
All
song
right,
and
record of the year. Now and
Record.
then. The Beatles? Are you fucking serious?
They might win. Like the Flute album. God
That's
damn it.
crazy.
How many Beatles is left?
You remember when Kanye
Two.
discovered
Is
them?
2 Beatles
Is
left?
that 2 or 1?
Is that
Sir
disrespectful?
Paul's alive. Sir Paul's out here moving.
That's disrespectful?
Sir Paul and Ringo. Is Ringo alive? No,
I don't
George
know.
Harrison.
All right, I don't know. Billie
Let's look.
Eilish,
Let's
not
bring it
going to
up.
win. Texas Hold'em, not going to win. Chaperone,
Two.
not going to win. White
Which
people
ones?
love
Ringo and
Chaperone.
Paul?
Chaperone goes crazy.
Hey, no, it don't.
George and Ringo? George and Paul? Or
Two Beatles are still alive. Paul and Ringo, yeah.
Taylor
Ringo.
Swift, Post Malone, not going to win. Charlie XCX, not
Might.
going to win.
Might.
It's going to record of the year. It's going to be between Sabrina Carpenter and Not Like Us.
Is Shaboozey not
wasn't
on there?
it? Espresso was the record of the year, though.
I think Sabrina Carpenter.
It's going to be
wins.
Sabrina Carpenter, bro.
I think
That's
she
why I
was.
said
So
Doc
very
going to get 3 for sure. I don't know which other 2 going to go where, but Doc going to get 3 for sure.
Did you not
Oh,
have a
Not
Brad
Like Us.
Summer?
Huh?
Did you not have a Brad Summer?
What, the Charlie? I don't,
Yeah, no,
listen, bro. I'm a grown-ass man,
All right.
Jeremy Hecht.
Okay, since
I got
Shaboozey's
real
up
bills.
for song of the year, not record of the year.
Yeah, I guess his is song of the year.
Where's Shaboozey at?
What?
Yeah, song of the year.
Yeah.
And again, which one that gives props to the songwriters, right? So
Yeah.
then Jaquan, again, like you said,
He's got it. Yeah.
he's gonna get his trophy case together, right?
You know what the craziest thing we were listening to yesterday?
What? You not do the chicken head? Don't do that.
I'm just snapping along.
Whatever you was
I was
doing,
just snapping. I was just
whatever
doing
you
my
finna do,
two-step.
don't do that.
It was a 1-2. For the audio listeners, I was just snapping my fingers and moving my body side to side. Hey, Rich Boy, you remember Rich Boy?
Yes, I remember Rich Boy, Jeremy
Okay.
Hecht.
Shout out to Rich Boy. He had the craziest.
I'm older than you.
He had the craziest introductory line to the world on a mainstream song ever. The first thing you ever hear Rich Boy say is Rich Boy selling crack.
Rich Boy selling crack.
That is the craziest opener to the world of all time.
You think that's the craziest opener? That's not the craziest.
What's crazier?
First
That's a good
off,
one,
fuck your bitch.
No, but we knew Pac. We didn't know Rich Boy.
Oh.
This is the craziest
Oh,
introduction to the
introduction.
world on his intro song.
Rick Boss selling crack.
That'd be like if Shaboozey on a bar song said, Shaboozey selling crack. I gave that was a country accent.
I bet you there's one crazier than that.
I gotta look it up. But I was shocked because I didn't even know
Intro
he was
to the
saying
world?
Because I didn't even know he said. I just thought he was saying "rich boy." I think I thought he said "rich boy" in this bitch. That's what I thought he was saying. But it was just selling crack.
I got beef for Texas Hold'em for song of the year. She gonna win.
You think?
Yeah,
No bias.
a little biased.
You think? Now look, here's the thing. This is what I will say.
Shaboozey's our biggest competition.
This is what I will say.
one.
They're
I got
not
two
gonna
biased
let
people around
if
me.
okay. Now
Are we
this might be
compromised African Americans on my side, either side of me.
this might be insider trading or insider baseball or whatever you want to call it. If you see, I think all of them are going to attend. But if you see Beyonce physically there,
She's winning.
she's going to win something.
No, of course you're gonna be. No, but that's my fear.
If you don't see Beyonce there,
you give Beyonce song of the year, and you Taylor Swifter again in the album of the year. That's
Yes.
my fear.
yes,
That's my fear.
Yes.
That's the one too.
they're going to get, if Taylor shows up, Taylor's going to win. Sabrina shows up, Sabrina's going to show up anyway. She's a new artist. Beyonce and Taylor are there. They're both winning something,
gonna be
which
there.
automatically
They're gonna be there.
removes 2 awards from someone.
The question is Kendrick
Yeah,
there?
is Kendrick gonna go? That's because
That because I wonder what again. I haven't done any reporting or to get my sources. We know how close, as you reminded us, how close the dates are between
Super
the
Bowl.
Grammys and the Super Bowl.
I am supremely confident that we will see him there.
okay.
I haven't spoken to him about it. I don't have any information, but I am confident that we will see him
At the
present.
Grammys.
We need. Yeah, I
Correct.
think we do need to see him.
No performance at the Grammys, I would think.
I don't have
because
any knowledge
of the
of
Super
that.
Bowl, right?
I don't
Can't
have
do
any knowledge
You can't
of
do
that.
a performance
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Super Bowl,
I
right?
have no idea, Elliott Wilson.
You could do an
But you be-
untitled
but you
performance like he
believe he
does
will be
sometimes.
attending.
I believe that he will be in attendance at the
It's
Grammys.
Dave Free's birthday today. He will be attending.
I believe that.
have a nice
I
outfit.
believe that Dot will be at the Grammys. I do believe that. I don't have any information to support that. but I believe that
PG Lang will be in the building.
I believe that Kendrick Lamar will be at the Grammys. I don't have
Kendrick Lamar Duckworth will be in
Keen?
attendance.
I believe that Kendrick Lamar will be at the Grammys. I don't have any evidence to support this said claim.
So
How do you accept an award for Not Like Us?
You go up there and you say
spiel about
yeah,
like you gave SZA?
this is you.
all right, so look, let's do
I'm coming back to that.
Let's do a Not
Remind
Like
me later,
Us.
Jeremy.
Let's do a Not Like Us acceptance speech for Record of the Year. Go.
You want to go first?
I brought my coast together, man. It's a
No,
beautiful
that's not
time
going to
for
be
the
it. Jeremy
culture.
Hecht, you go.
I brought my coast together. Ooh, it's so beautiful.
Give me a realistic one.
Okay, realistic.
Don't do the fucking coon voice.
Oh God,
What?
a cool boy.
I'm gonna speak normally in this voice. Okay.
No ebonics, Jeremy.
Yo, this is Kendrick Lamar. And I think, go ahead.
You already know who it is.
You already know.
You already know who it is.
You already know what it is.
You know what I mean? You
guys-
already
Go
know
ahead,
who
go
it is.
ahead.
No, I don't
Are
know
you
who
done?
it
Did
is.
you get it all out? Okay. All right. I am Kendrick Lamar in this moment.
And the winner is Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. Woo!
First of all, they keep cheering. First of all, thank God. Second of all, I want to give a big thank you to Tupac. Third of all, I want to thank the city that raised me, the coast that supported me, the people that were my day ones. I want to thank Top Dog Entertainment. I want to thank all the homies over there. I want to. He's gonna shout out random names. I think he'll like shout out
No,
random
stay in
names.
character,
I don't
stay in
know.
character, stay in character.
Shout out to everyone
You're
who is.
K-Dot, man.
who's
Let's
at the
go,
pop
Is this
up.
considered black voice?
Let's go,
This
J-Dot.
is just my voice.
I'm
This
just-
is
I'm
J-Dot.
done.
This is
J-Dot.
J-Dot.
Look, let J-Dot cook,
This is
man.
J-Dot.
Let J-Dot cook.
J-Dot? I'm
Listen.
gone.
I almost didn't want to do this record. Sometimes
Woo.
in war, I thought about walking away, but I knew this was good versus evil, and the light prevailed. Thank you, God.
Powerful
Done?
stuff there. J-Dot, baby.
That's
J-Dot.
What,
That was
can we-
good.
Hey,
That was
how's
good.
it-
He did
That was
his
all
thing.
right.
Can we hear yours?
You
we hear-
challenge a white man that can't accept when he achieves things?
That was all right.
Can we hear yours?
Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. You know, in life, you go through things. You go through things in life that change you. Some things change you for good. Some things change you for worse. But change is always a good thing. And you know, I think that what I've learned this year alone is that every time you get faced with adversity, the key is to push through it. And so that's what I want everybody to take from this is anytime you presented with a challenge, answer that challenge and answer it with faith and integrity and most importantly, truth.
Yeah, West
That
Coast.
was
West Coast.
that was good.
You guys are smart
That
guys,
was
man.
really
I like
good.
working with y'all.
Nah, I
man.
like working with you too. That
I
was
didn't
really
even sit up
good.
there and say thank you and bounce down like 150,000.
That
Thank
was
you.
really good.
Hip hop culture. Thank you.
That was really good. So, wait, you said you had an accountability hour?
Oh God. All right. I gotta apologize to SZA.
Solana?
I apologize.
You want
to
to
Solana.
apologize to SZA?
I've already apologized to her privately. I'm gonna apologize to her
You
publicly.
did? You called her?
I didn't call it easy. Why are you so excited? What's
I want to know what
Why are you so
happened.
excited, man? Well, I made some comments on the show
About what? What'd you say?
Look how excited he is. Yo,
This is
dog.
accountability. I
He
want to
turned
know
his
what.
mic,
I'm
he
getting
turned
to
sideways.
You was on the show. She interviewed Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
She's the only one Kendrick Lamar
Oh, you
interviewed.
crashed out about the interview.
Did I crash out
Yeah.
again? It's always
You
about
did.
did I crash out? Did I crash out?
Yeah, you did.
Do you have affinity and love for this Kendrick Lamar Harper's Bazaar cover?
Let's go. That was a good transition.
Because I didn't love that shit at all. He picks SZA, and the conversation is fine. But then it has to get to the point where it's like, we all want to know something about the conflict with Drake. Some question has to be asked in that area, right?
They described the scene as if the lights were low, Lamar speaking in hushed tones, and SZA and the writer leaning in closer to catch his words. SZA speaking in bubbly bursts that make Kendrick laugh. So then finally, reading this,
Elliott Wilson.
I would love to have seen your reaction live reading this. SZA goes, can I ask you a hyper-masculine question? What does not like us mean to you? Kendrick starts laughing. Not like us? Not like us is the energy of who I am, the type of man I represent. Now, if you identify with the man that I represent, this man has morals. He has values. He believes in something. He stands on something. He's not pandering. He's a man who can recognize his mistakes and not be afraid to share the mistakes, and can dig deep down into fear-based ideologies or experiences to be able to express them without feeling like he's less of a man. If I'm thinking of Not Like Us, I'm thinking of me and whoever identifies with that.
Here's the cap on it. Not Like Us, when I hear the song, is about the ending of a battle that got ugly and nasty between two men. And what I did with this song was flip the script and turn it into an empowering anthem of unification of my city and got gang members together. And I epitomized that with my pop-out show. I turned a conflict into unification. That's why he won. That's the brilliance of it. It's empowering. He turned it into the people. It's like, you love what we do. You love this thing, but you're not of that blood. We're not asking about your character. We're asking specifically about that song. And I think he's answering it in a way that I don't want to talk about the battle, but there's a way to show that record's power is that it's not just the end of the battle. It's more than that.
I didn't crash out great. Nah, you crashed out.
That was like a B+.
You went to fucking
crazy.
scissor.
I did not say
I'm
that.
Elliott Wilson. I'm the GOAT.
You told Kendrick what he should have answered.
What he really meant.
Well, yeah, you said this is what Kendrick should have said.
When he told
Y'all just did great speeches for him. What's
this
different
what he
than that?
meant. He told that broad some bullshit.
Hey, I didn't say no broad.
This what he meant. This what Kendrick meant. Okay, go ahead.
So SZA wasn't a fan of my comments about she checked out the bigger picture. She wasn't a fan of my comments of the my critique of the Kendrick Lamar interview. But more importantly, outside of that, she has a movie coming out with Keke Palmer.
Oh yeah, and that was unnecessary.
See, we didn't even talk about the show. So go ahead. So what's your take?
Elliott tweeted there was a movie trailer and it was SZA and Keke Palmer. Major studio movie, like full trailer. Issa Rae. And Elliott goes, who asked for this?
I did not say who asked for this.
What did you say? It was like,
I put Y.
Why?
Yeah.
WHY. It's always the little ones, the small ones that always get me in trouble, right?
Why?
Why? Simple, innocent shot of Kai Cenat and Nicki Minaj, and I write hip hop journalism, and everybody goes crazy.
Because you're witty.
Okay.
So I had received. I did not know. I guess here's the thing. I had a real reaction to it. I'm a big SZA fan musically. I love the last album. She teased more music coming. Even though this record's still top 20, she don't have to give us no goddamn music anymore. She's still on top. I selfishly thought we're getting more music. I had no knowledge that this movie was coming out, and I would assume if she's in a movie, it's like she's only doing like a cameo or something. I didn't know it was a real like thespian type thing that she's behind. I didn't know Issa Rae was part of it. I didn't know any of this shit. So I ignorantly reacted to it. Like why are we rocking with this? Like where's the slaps? Like that was my initial mentality, but that was ignorant. They tore my ass up on Twitter. Mm-hmm. I want black women to win, make movies and all this type of stuff. So all of that got real nasty. Behind the scenes, I already apologized. But yeah, I just want to say publicly, I was definitely wrong for that.
For saying why?
Huh?
For saying why?
Jumping out and being critical of her growth as an artist. Like she want to go and tackle a new field. Like that's a huge step as a music recording artist to go into that side of things. We've seen it time and time again. There seemed to be a lot of support and sentiment already around the project. A lot of good people are working on that project. I didn't know. I get all these kind of texts like, Elliott, you didn't know so-and-so. Why did you say this? So-and-so, your man's the producer and this was that.
Fucking with good people make good people.
I dissed a lot of good people with that, even though I was kind of trying to be tongue-in-cheek with it. It was out of line. I apologize to Solana for my especially for the movie part thing. I think that was foul. That wasn't cool. And I guess you guys afforded me some grace because I feel like we did that. And we never talked about it on the show either yet. So
I forgot to bring it up because I
forgot to bring it up.
I literally
take that shit down.
I take accountability.
Might delete now. Might delete
later.
Thank you, Alex.
I take accountability for not bringing it up on the show because I literally saw this and I was like, Elliott, this is so unnecessary.
Our producer Alex.
It was so unnecessary.
Throw that shit up on a big screen. Had that big. You had that.
See how the ladies are against me? Alex is against me now too. They're against me.
She's supporting her women.
That Y was in 4K.
I'm sorry, Solana. I apologize. I have great respect for you.
I posted the
trailer,
the movie poster as well.
What did you say?
I was in support of black women.
Mm-hmm. As you always are, DJ Hed.
Yes, I am. My mom's a black woman.
Yeah. Shout out to black women. They all appreciated the shout out at the end of the show yesterday.
They did?
Yeah, there was a lot of
comments. You talked to all the black women?
Not every single one, but there was like a solid, I would say 100.
You talked to 100 black women?
I didn't speak to all of them, but I spoke to all of them when I said shout out to black women.
How many black women did you speak to about it?
In person?
Yeah.
2 or 3.
This is like when you be like, everybody's saying.
Everybody's tweeting. And
it'd be like 2 tweets.
Yeah, well, shout out to all of the black women who watch us. But yeah, it's usually only a couple people that tweet us, and then I say, everybody's talking about it.
So how do you feel when I do something like that? Not this case specifically, but if something happens online and people go, do you feel like, because you guys know me now, you feel like, oh, that's Elliott, crazy ass again?
Oh, I get asked all the time
social
about
media stir.
What's
wrong with this guy?
I usually laugh. I usually am like, did he? Because you're a smart guy as well. You know reaction. So I'm going, he wanted this. He wanted the reaction.
I think I know I'm going to get a strong reaction, but I guess I underestimate how strong the reaction is going to be sometimes. It's just like
we had a good debate on Twitter. This wasn't everybody speaking about it, but quite a few people, because you said that Her Loss was a classic.
Yes.
And got Jeremy a lot of reaction.
Jeremy said, fuck Elliott. That shit got 7 skips on that motherfucker. I'm like, God damn it, Jeremy.
First of all, fuck Elliott was not in the tweet. I said
7 skips?
I said there's 7 skips on Her Loss. And I think it's a good Drake project. I think Drake has more classics than most people. I think he has 4 classics. I think So Far Gone, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, If You're Reading This, are all classics. So I probably am overestimating classics compared to the general public. I do not think Her Loss is a classic when you have so many skips. I can tell you my skips because people kept asking me, what are the skips? This guy's a bozo.
You haven't revealed your skips yet?
I did, but they don't.
What voice was that?
The white voice.
That was the white voice?
That was the white voice. Okay. And again, these are just my personal skips.
No, it's all good.
Back Outside Boys.
You don't like Back Outside Boys?
No. Privileged Rappers.
Okay.
Broke Boys.
Yeah, I could use up Broke Boys.
Jumbotron Shit Poppin'.
So you don't like the Yachty touches to the album. You don't like the Yachty effect on the album.
3 a.m. on Glenwood.
You want to Drake to do his record
and more M's. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 skips. I don't know what my 7th was. Maybe on BS. I don't.
Yeah, I think the thing is funny to me. I think as I get older, I used to assess classic records or big records like the way you said, like, does it have a skip? If it had 1 skip, we could accept it. If it has a lot of skips, it can't be a classic. But then I look at it more from a wider lens of just cultural impact. That's how I view it now. So I feel like an album could have skip. It could even have probably not that many skips, but let's say it has 2 to 3 skips.
Yeah,
in my
agree.
book, right? Like I probably got 2 or 3 skips that I could have on that album, right? That to me, as I got older, it doesn't take away from me viewing it as a classic or a 5-star if it impact culture. Maybe also because now so much music comes out, it's like you got to imagine to even have an impact now and be able to sustain.
So like staying power is more important.
Staying power and like what it meant for his career. And also I look at it like, Drake this, and if you look at the context of the career, right, it's probably still fair to say no matter what. Honestly, Nevermind is probably the least favorite Drake album, right?
At least in the hip hop space.
Yeah, right? So that record didn't really land, I don't think, completely the way he wanted. He pivoted to this with Savage and made a collab thing that was strong, which people didn't see coming, which he did before with Future. And I feel like in many ways, it even had more impact than Future. I feel like the Future one had the Jumpman record, but it didn't sustain the length of time. I feel like that was needed at that time. And I think that now if you look at it, that's the last record where I feel like, Drake gave his full best effort, at least whatever that means, and like is there. I don't think anything that's come after that, Loverboy and Dogs and all those other records haven't fully landed the way he gave you his best here. So, but it's a good debate. That's a healthy debate.
Yeah, I think it's a good album. I think it's honestly a very good Drake project, and a very good 21 Savage project.
But I think I'd rather listen to that right now than putting back on Cover Boy, Certified.
Loverboy was before this though.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So what was after that? For All My Dogs?
For All My Dogs, and
definitely more than For All My Dogs, I would say. But yeah, I guess that's the point though. Hey, what do you think about that? Do you think that if you say album is like a top tier album, do you count how many skips you have from that album, or that doesn't matter to you?
Don't matter to me. Usually I skip records after I've consumed the album to know like it give my fair critique on it.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of Her Loss. To me, I'm with Jeremy. It's whatever to me.
How many Drake classics do you have?
Songs or
no albums? Don't say none.
Don't say none.
Don't say none. They already think you're completely biased.
I'm not.
You have 0 Drake classics? Take Care isn't a classic album to you.
Let me look.
You have to look?
Yeah, I gotta look. You think I memorize people's albums like you? I'm not you.
I don't think you memorize. I think you know enough.
I got a lot of shit
Good
going
Kid, Mad
on.
City's a classic. You know To Pimp a Butterfly's classic. You don't know every song. You don't remember Take Care?
Remember? I like Take Care.
Motherfucker.
I like Take Care, but I don't go back and play the album.
You don't have to for it to be a classic. You don't have to replay every single album. That's
Well, I got hella skips on this album.
So Take Care's not
You
a
said
classic.
skips don't matter.
Well, I'm going on based on his criteria.
No, I'm saying
Okay.
that's your
what
criteria.
about Nothing Was the Same?
Oh, this is bad. We got to pivot out of this. We got to get out of this.
I'm happy to have this debate.
No, not a classic.
Not a classic. Why?
I didn't like the Own It song. I didn't like the Connect song.
Connect. Oh, that's in my top 10 Drake songs.
That's amazing for you, King.
You are the baseball announcer.
Yeah.
I like, okay. It's easy. It's faster if I tell you the songs I do like.
Okay, tell me what.
I like All Me.
Yeah.
I didn't like Pound Cake. I know people love that song.
I didn't like that much.
I like Hold On, We're Going Home.
Drake cast.
I like Worst Behavior.
Yeah.
We
I
need
like
a
Started
Drake
from the
cast.
Bottom. That's it. That's the singles.
You
Drake
like
cast.
3 songs on Nothing Was the Same?
So you just like Drake's singles. That's the respect you give him.
I like Drake
He
with
makes
the melodies.
big records and hits. You respect his slaps. You don't respect his full bodies of work the same way.
I don't care.
He has a lot of melodies on there.
I
He has
understand
From
that.
Time, Connect,
Because you
Too
give
Much.
Drake his props as one of the
Come
great ones,
Through.
right?
He is one of the GOATs.
But if how could he be one of the
One of
GOATs
the
if
best to ever do it.
How could he be that if you don't
With
have
no
one album
classics.
that you love to that standard though?
He does have a record.
So Far Gone.
No, the album I'm saying.
Oh, like a whole album?
Yeah.
Collect. I don't categorize my artists like that. I look at their catalog.
So you could be a GOAT without having a GOAT album, a great album per se.
Is Reggie Miller a GOAT?
No.
Why not? Because he didn't win the championship?
No, he's just he's one of the best players, but he's not in that GOAT conversation.
Why not?
I don't know. I didn't watch him. I was too young.
He's not Steph
But I
Curry.
know
Steph
that I
Curry
haven't
got
heard
them
him.
chips.
Yeah, that makes you elite. That makes you a champion. But you could still be one of the greatest to ever do it and not have a classic
The
album.
choke moment was incredible. Pause.
Okay.
But you know what I'm talking about when he went out, it was like that. And it was like
Spike
11
Lee?
points. Yeah, it's Spike Lee. Okay, so you're saying no to So Far
Jeremy,
Gone,
you gotta
no
make
to
Jeremy
Nothing Was the
cry.
Same, no to Take Care.
You're not gonna get him, Jeremy.
No to If You're Reading This Too.
You don't think If You're Reading This got disqualified because that's when the whole drama happened with?
I liked Energy.
Ghost
I
Rider.
like 10 bands.
I think it hurt it.
I like Energy. I like 10 bands. And maybe Company with Travis
Drake
Scott.
scorecard. Drake cast.
What's okay? We'll move on from Drake. We'll go back to Kendrick for a second. But what are your favorite Drake songs of all time? Then I just need to know your
Of
taste.
all time? I liked...
Hotline Bling.
No. I don't like Hotline Bling at all.
I want to see DJ Hed rocking out the Hotline
I like the
Bling.
Motto.
Okay, West Coast.
I like Truffle Butter. That's not my biggest favorite. Oh, my favorite of all time is the question, right?
Your favorite Drake songs of all time.
Okay. The Motto. I like Started from the Bottom or Energy. Those two are interchangeable.
Okay.
And
So you kind of like aggressive Drake. Those aren't with the melodies.
yeah, but I like no, I don't. Headlines is one of my favorites.
Okay, that has melodies.
Like Headlines is one of my favorite Drake songs of all
Yeah.
time.
Lead single off Take Care.
You like Drake every time he talks tough. Energy, Headlines.
Well,
what'd you
melodic
say?
talking tough.
Melodic
I
talking
got
tough.
enemies. Got a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
enemies.
Well, I don't look at that as talking tough. Those are aspirational.
No, he said run up on me, you'll find out basically on Energy.
What'd he say?
To defeat your ops isn't inspirational, aspirational.
No, aspirational in the sense like, okay, put it to you this way. I like ambiguous Drake. I don't like when he's directly talking to someone. I don't think he does that well.
He said fucking with the kid and pray for you.
Fuck with the kid and pray for a nigga. He didn't say pray for you. He said pray for a
No,
nigga.
he said pray for you on Genius. He said pray for your.
Pray for your nigga.
Yeah.
DJ had just out here disrespecting one of the greatest hip hop catalogs out here. from
Literally,
all time.
say what you
Look,
want, but
look,
this
Jeremy, Jeremy, look.
is one of the
Jeremy,
best
look.
catalogs of all time.
Look,
We can't-
Jeremy.
I like Ye's catalog better.
Me too, but this is close. There's only
Damn.
two artists
Jeremy
that you
said that
could.
too fast, man.
There's only two artists that you could keep their entire discography, in my opinion,
Hello?
and be okay with.
Jay-Z.
No,
Jay-Z's here. Hello.
Kanye and Drake.
Hova.
No, we got that little blueprint
Mr.
blemish.
Carter.
No,
That blueprint blemish is big.
What's a
It's a big ass bruise.
What you talking about? Fuck you mean? Where?
fuck you mean. Blueprint 2?
Okay.
And 3?
I put it to you this way. I like certain like how y'all create your own albums.
Yeah.
If I would be able to put my own Drake album together, I think he would have 2 classics.
Your playlist, the
Which
DJ Hed
ones?
playlist.
Like if I took songs
He'll
from
take
other
the songs
albums
and
and
piece them
So
together.
you'd put Care Package 2 together and you'd give him a classic?
No, he likes him as a song artist, not an album artist per se.
correct.
Do you like Kendrick as the album artist?
Yes.
So you buy into that narrative that
Yes.
everybody runs with. And
Yeah, like Tyler. I don't like Tyler as a song artist.
But you like him as an album artist?
Like album artist, yes. Same thing. It's
I don't even
fair-
know that's really a term, but we just make
No,
it
it's
up,
just
right?
the way I look at. You got to think. I'm also a DJ. Like I'm looking for the records to play for the masses. So, but then when I'm listening for leisure, it's a different mindset that
You
I'm
want to
in.
be able to have an album you can just put on and just ride.
Correct.
Out to, yeah.
I'm a little hurt.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just,
How does
Like,
I'm gonna put on Marvin's Room after this.
I'm just
gonna
saying,
be-
like for instance, like what's a dope album that I just be putting on and I'll just listen to?
that new Absol?
No,
hey.
Whoa.
not like that. But I'm saying I'm thinking of one that I go back to and just listen to the album.
Okay.
Like Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy
Yeah.
would be one.
You said that's the greatest album of all time.
That's
this
like
platform.
yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's one of the ones. I actually do the same thing with College Dropout. I'll just put it on and let it play. Like I like the album. I think there's very few artists who can be top tier album artists and song artists. Very few. Usually you go to one for one thing or one for the other thing, not usually both.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you go to Drake could be, depending on who you ask, Drake would be one of the people who you go to for both.
Both, yeah.
Kendrick would be one of the people you go to for both, depending on who you ask, right? Tyler, I think the majority of his fans would be
He's still an album
He's an
artist,
album
yeah.
guy. I agree.
exactly.
Yep.
That's where I'm coming from, right? Like Sexy Red. I'm not going to her for her body of work.
Singles, yeah.
Same thing.
That's
like,
why we love the Gorilla so much, because it's her stepping out of that, right? She made that whole
That's
album
my point.
that you could
correct.
rock to.
Because even when you go back to like Lil Kim or even when Nicki put out her shit, like you can low key make the argument that Nicki fits in that realm of both, depending on who you ask. And I think it's the same thing.
and may say Nicki doesn't have don't get the barbs on me, but doesn't have a classic album per se.
I give her Pink Print. I think Pink Print
give
is
her Pink
classic.
Print?
Yep.
I don't know to say either one, but also Rhapsody.
But you can't deny
we're talking about
she's
Rhapsody.
great,
Rhapsody's
though.
somebody you go to for a cohesive body of work.
Album
Yeah.
artist, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it comes off like I'm being biased. It's just I don't have time to break this shit down to everybody when I'm explaining it. But that's how I look at it.
It'll be a good clip. Well, we're not even gonna clip it. They're gonna clip that. They're gonna be like,
I don't care what people.
Okay.
I don't care.
all right.
I try for the Absol segue.
Yeah. Do you
Jeremy.
want to Absol?
I try to set it up.
West Coast artist off of TDE dropping a new project,
Soul
Soul
Burger.
Burger. How did
We've
everyone
been
feel
telling them
about
this
it?
shit was good, right? We've been teasing this, right?
I've been telling
Yeah.
people.
We've been teasing this, man.
Yeah, you guys had that early listen. I waited till it
Oh yeah.
dropped.
So what was your listen like when you first got this Soul Burger?
He didn't like it.
No, it took me to the first listen. I liked it. The second listen, I really, really liked it. Like I tweeted, I don't think that there's anything more I'd want from a rap album. I got masterful lyricism, heartfelt verses, good songwriting, a couple of slaps, and some cohesiveness in sonics. I don't know what else I'd
This
want.
is what
from a
we
rap
follow
album.
each other on social media. I always love Jeremy's sincere record reviews on Twitter. He does a little quote tweet, and he says this kind of shit because he's all sincere. It's just amazing to me. I love it.
I mean it though. Like there's a few songs on here. Like I really like California Dream with Vince Staples. I really like Saudi Sweats, but he's very quotable too. And I think this is his most accessible album. Like so, like you've mentioned it too, right? Where he's very intelligent, and sometimes I think Lupe falls in the same category where they go over people's heads, and it's not to say, you know, no pun intended on Lupe's song that they even should ever dumb it down, but in order to reach the masses, you kind of need to be more accessible in certain ways. And I think Soul, even with his writing on here, you didn't have to listen back 7 times to know what he was talking about. He had bars that stood out. He had quotables. Like he said, I'm not a vocalist, I'm a vessel. He had funny like sex bars too. Like, you know, that pussy good, I had tastier. Like there's stuff that you laugh at. There's stuff that makes you think. I just think lyrically it was one of his best projects.
Yeah, I'm super impressed by the growth. I just like Tyler, he's actually getting better to me, like with each record.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I liked Herbert a lot as an album. I think I like this even more. Yeah, I just think that, like you said, I always respected Absol, but I didn't like DJ Hed was saying before, like I didn't really always connect to all his music, but I respected his place, and I knew he was a great lyricist, and I liked what he was building. But now he's really coming into his own, you know, and like it's an amazing album. Like the whole second half, again, I don't know about the second half of these albums, but that second half run after the joint with Jid, it's pretty flawless.
Yeah,
like the album ends like really strong also. It's like, you know, and I just think it's dope. I wonder, DJ Hed, on your end, like you had obviously a connection with the All That record. What was your connection to the full body of work?
We've been going over this since Herbert.
Okay.
Like let me think. So when Herbert was dropping, he played me Herbert, right? And I'm like, you don't have no slaps on here.
Yep.
And moving after that, he was like, all right, so when I do this next one, because I'm not finna wait 4 years, I'm coming right back.
Oh, so he was saying that back then. He was gonna come back. Okay.
Yes. I don't know if just too much, but yeah. He was saying like, no, I'm not gonna wait 4 years, I'm coming right back. And I'm doing this dough burger shit, and I want you to like be in this, I want you to be involved. And there were conversations about me A&R and the whole album and stuff like that. But I was like, bro, all you got to do is just write songs. Stop trying to out-rap the song. You're a compliment to the music. Let the music compliment you. Kind of what Jeremy was saying. And that was kind of like my input on it. And so I've been in and out with him throughout the course of the year, you know, kind of like giving them pointers, sending them beats, telling them this, telling them to redo that, taking stuff off, adding shit, whatever. So I guess I did contribute to the project from an oversight standpoint, but I think where he's at in life is he wants to be now in those conversations where he's not just respected as a lyricist. He's like, no, I want to compete.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're seeing is the end result of us having those real uncomfortable conversations early. He'd be up early as fuck for what he just like Nip. Like they would just be up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like
sickos.
Like what? Bro, we just left the studio. Like we left the studio at 3 or 2 or whatever. Like, why are you up at 7? You know what I mean? Like, and he's just like, yo, he called me yesterday. It was like 7:13 in the morning.
DJ Hed hates early risers.
And he's like, bro, like, he's like, yo, so what you, I'm like, bro. But my point is, where he's at now, I think he's getting his songwriter bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that's why
that's where the growth is.
I think subconsciously people don't pay attention to when they're listening to rappers, they're listening to the bars as rap fans. They're subconsciously ingesting the song. And so the better you are as a songwriter and producing the song, there might be stuff that you might not have caught, like where he's you know, like the song him and Vince Staples. There's like cars or there's like sound effects in the background. Like he got that from Dot. Like Dot, I'll give you another behind the scenes, like from the Black Panther soundtrack, right? Mm-hmm. So when Dot is in this creative process, he's writing the song for like the Black Panther whatever that was, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, so right here where I'm doing this bar, I'm gonna have a police car right here. And it's gonna be only on the left side. And on the right side, we're gonna have the dudes like talking, or we're gonna have footsteps. So it paints a cinematic picture. And so as you're consuming an album, this is something which is why I always tell you artists, go get fucking produced.
Dr. Dre used to do that.
When you're in there and you just like, you know what I'm saying? You're not thinking about the cinematic scoring of your music. And so those things are just as important as the bar that you get off, which is what Soul has learned over the years. It's like, no, immerse me into what you're trying to get me into, and subconsciously as you're listening, you're not paying attention, but that plays a role in your affinity for the song. Yeah, it's like, damn, you know, I really like that song. Like, why do you like that song? Oh man, it just sounds like a movie. Well, yeah, because it's intentionally done that way. It's not just a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I always say, like, all shows we're like scolding, but kind of with love. Like, we just want you to be better. Yeah. Like, we want our artists to be better.
That's something that rap does.
Bigger. The bigger picture. Like
Rhapsody does that. Dot does that. Even on the Baby Keem album, he did that. You know, but I mean, obviously that comes from the same tree. Yeah. But then you got to look at also other people. That was the secret sauce. 2 things, right? One is collaboration with the producer. Everybody emailing beats.
A true collaboration.
Being vocally produced, being sonically produced. Hey, on your voice, say it like this. Mixed by Ali. A lot of people don't know. Mixed by Ali. The reason why Kendrick has them little voices and stuff is because Ali used to tweak his voice because the mic was broke. So they used to record on a fucked up mic. at Top's house, and Top had this back house in Carson, and so the where they used to record like Section 80, and when me and Absol where we recorded Long Term 2, the album and stuff like that. I'm on that album too, but when you go back, they had a busted mic. So in order to counter that, Ali would mix around that and distort the voice, and it's like, oh, this sounds kind of cool. Let's just keep doing it. And like, yeah, so it's little nuggets like that. But these are things that people don't do when you're just in the studio by yourself. And I had Jid is on this album. I had like an hour conversation with Jid, and I won't go into detail, but I was expressing to him that now is the time.
Yeah.
Now is the time for you to make your run. You're being looked at as one of those guys. Shout out to Barry. You're being looked at as one of those guys. Stop going in the studio by yourself. Because that's not conducive to it's conducive
to good rapping, but not necessarily.
Jeremy might have an idea that I don't have. Elliott might have an idea that I don't have. That's why collaboration is important. So going back to this, there's a reason why you hear these songs and they sound big. You ever heard a record and be like, man, that shit sound big. Ye has been doing this since the beginning, and that's why all his shit sound like that. It'll be random, like stick pan to the left. It's on, like you'll only hear those chimes in the left ear. It's like, who thinks like that? Producers.
Yeah, I spoke to Scott Storch a few years ago, and he said the craziest shit he's ever seen in his life was walking into the studio with Dre and M for the first time, and he said they were trying to make digging sound effects. And he said they brought actual soil into the studio in a pile and were using shovels and digging with microphones next to the soil pile just to get the sound effect. And to your point, Dr. Dre, incredible producer. Eminem, incredible artist who allowed himself to be produced by an incredible producer. Sauce. It's possible.
There's plugins that producers use to simulate record vinyl scratch, like, and you take the needle and you put it, and it makes that white noise sound. Like in your iPhone, they have, I don't know if you can go look at it. They have white noise. They have sounds because human beings don't just listen to one thing. You're always hearing ambient noise of whatever sound it is. So if you put on headphones and you're listening to your favorite rap album, and you now have canceled out all that ambient noise, your brain naturally is looking for those things. And so when you listen to an album, you can subconsciously be like, something is missing. It's like, no, these motherfuckers are just in the studio rapping. They didn't include different elements to make you feel immersed in the environment. And those things you can hear that. Also, you can hear when artists are reading. Stop reading your lyrics in the booth.
Hello.
I think Soul is competing, though, to your point.
He's competing,
I
bro.
think in this,
Solo.
like, I see him in the conversation now, and I think it's because he took all of those steps. So I'm excited. Jid, I'm very excited to see compete. I know Corday's dropping an album. I'm excited to see him compete.
That's tonight, right?
Yeah. When it'll be out by the time
Next
we
episode,
Denzel Curry
Corday
will be out as well.
Yep.
Ferg album.
You made me listen to the Ferg album.
What did you think?
I liked it. It was really good. I think at the end of the year, I think there's literally like, not to get on my Jeremy Hecht, everybody's so great and positive, but I think there's literally like 30 albums per se, 40 albums a year, like are good albums.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not top 10 albums of the year, but they're good, solid albums with limited skips that are getting overlooked because there's just so much consumption. Like
Ferg.
You know?
That's why I think it's
But Ferg displayed a lot of growth and vulnerability on the album. You know? You was already day one? I missed out. You've been bumping that Ferg?
Nah.
You been pumping it?
No. But I have listened to Ferg albums, but I don't want to cut you off and finish.
No. Yeah, I was impressed. Like, definitely you hear a lot of growth from him as an artist, really coming into his own. I think back then we always would think of Ferg having these like big records, like The New Level, The Plain Jane, and like Ferg's gonna give you that big record that like then it's gonna launch a thing. And I think it's hard in this era now where kind of conversation we had last week about Lil Uzi, like, you know, do you make Chill Bay? Do you push Chill Bay and try to make that a hit before you put an album out? You know, I think it's kind of get overlooked because we're used to Ferg having this big record in the marketplace. So I think that's why the album isn't getting looked at the way it should, because there is a lot of great stuff on there and a lot of growth. But it's a tough time now to really cut through all this noise. And I think a lot of good albums this year are getting overlooked.
I think I'm looking at it right now, right? So I really enjoyed this Ferg album.
Yeah.
Me too.
Like, I think that this is his best album I know
think it is too.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think by
That's
far.
a body of work.
I'm not a Ferg fan. Just I don't go consume Ferg albums. I passively listen to Ferg. Like, and also I have listened to his other projects. To me, this is growth, this is maturity, this is like I kind of think that because actually when we had him on the show and he spoke about this project, the creation of this project, I had him on my Effective Immediately show.
Yep.
And he was talking about the process and he was like, bro, I had to really take some time and go away and really like sit with myself and sit. He was like, he talking about his dog, sit with my dog and really like figure out where I want to go musically. This is the first time I ever felt like this is Ferg.
Who he is.
Daryl.
Yeah. Outside of the whole ASAP thing.
Correct.
Who is this man?
This is a project to me that is not indicative of the sonics of ASAP. This is a Ferg album.
Yep.
And it's the first time I felt like that when I was listening to it. I'm like, damn. And he got like 3 slaps on this motherfucker.
Okay,
like,
what are the slaps? What are the slaps, DJ?
Somebody said we should have a segment called What Are the Singles? I think What Is the Slap?
What are the slaps?
Yeah, what are the slaps?
All right, hold on. Let me tell you right now. Because I was just listening to
the little slow R&B one when he's got a little brandy flip?
Nah, I Want to Be Down? Is that what the sample was?
Yeah.
That was the one with, was it Coco Jones on it?
Coco Jones
called
on
French
that one,
Tips. So, for me, I actually thought I was dead, obviously.
Yeah.
I like the Allure thing that he put out, but I like the Alive record.
I like Alive.
That's my favorite song.
I like the Alive record. I like Demons with Denzel Curry. They went crazy on that record. And I like Messy. And I like the Dead Homies record.
Which is super spiritual. And
yeah. I like the Dead Homies record, and I think that's kind of where it stopped for me. I know he got the Mary J. Blige on there, and what's interesting about that is when he was on my show, he was talking. Go check out the Effective Immediately ASAP Ferg interview. But when he was talking about getting Mary J. Blige on the record, it was kind of a bucket list.
Got it twice on there.
Twice on the record, and he was like, "Bro, I did that, for my moms. You know, my mom's. His dad obviously is an infamous."
Yep.
Back in the day, but he's like, my mom's like Mary J was that was her shit, and so for me to get that was kind of like an ode to my mother, and so I think I didn't expect much out of that record's more sentiment, so I was like, all right, cool, but he got like three slaps on. I'm gonna be playing like 3 or 4 records off this album.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just so pleasantly surprised. Like I went in, it was kind of an afterthought
Low expectations.
this week. Yeah, because so Absol I had high expectations for, and I was going back and forth with that. And then I didn't see as much promotion as I would have liked to see for example. I actually only knew because I knew you interviewed him. So I knew it was coming out. And when I went in, I didn't like a lot of his last few projects in terms of albums. Like there was hits, there was maybe better big records, but I didn't like them as albums. Yeah. So I went in and when I got to Alive, after I finished, I was like, oh, this is a different type of project. Like he was so vulnerable, so honest. And then every song I was like, even on Demons, he's like talking about, God and demons and battling and growth and light, but it's on a slap. So it's like not too far removed from where he is. And then once you get to Pool, like I listened all the way through it, and I was so interested every song. I was like, where's he going? Where's he going? Like it was just a fun listen. And then when he gets to Pool and he kind of makes the big reveal of what he had kind of discovered and why he acted a certain way, I was like, oh, okay, it all made sense. And I tweeted this, and a lot of people kind of were asking me to expand on why I said this, but I said Mr. Morale's influence is much greater than people think.
Correct.
And I shouted out 444, and a lot of people mentioned, Nas' Life is Good, but specifically Mr. Morale, I think
generation.
For a new generation, right? The way that Kendrick was extremely honest about going to therapy, about his flaws, about, other people, even expressing how other people around him had gotten, inappropriately touched and created generational trauma. I think that opened the way for this album. I don't think Ferg would hesitate in saying that was an influence. Tyler, I don't think would hesitate in saying Chromacopia was influenced by Mr. Morale. He said he loved the project. He said a lot of people weren't ready to have the mirror to themselves. The way that there was kind of narration on both of these albums. Russ recently said that Santiago was inspired by Kendrick's honesty on Father Time, about his relationship with his father. He talked about therapy on there. And that's just the mainstream albums that we know. I think there's a lot of albums that are going to be inspired by Kendrick's honesty. And the other reason why I say that album is super influential, and I'm not even talking about I didn't love it sonically. I don't think it influenced much in terms of the sound.
Mr. Morale.
Mr. Morale wasn't my favorite Kendrick album by any means. But the reason why this album is so instrumental in the course of the next few years is because we don't get Drake versus Kendrick without Mr. Morale. If Kendrick doesn't drop Mr. Morale and put his flaws out there and say, I was fucking white girls, I was cheating, I was unfaithful, I have trauma, I had to go to therapy, my family life isn't exactly what it may look like on the outside. If he doesn't put those flaws out there, those flaws are used against him. I don't think
the Kendrick Drake battle elevates Mr. Morale even further.
Well, I don't think it happens. I don't think Kendrick goes to war without putting his dirt on the table. So I think Kendrick did this very strategically and said, I'm putting, not because of that, but because he did put out the album Mr. Morale, he said, all right, nothing you can use against me. Let's go. And that's why I think he took the shot on like that at the time he did.
I disagree.
Okay, hit me.
What nuance is he missing here?
I don't. Mr. Morale had nothing to do with setting up the battle.
I don't think. No, I'm not saying that. I don't think it was done in order to set up the battle. I think because he did it, he felt like he could go into battle. If that makes sense. He dropped this album for him. He dropped this album for him.
He been war ready for years, 10 years minimum.
You think he would have gone before Morale if Drake went there?
He would have took the fade, whether it was 3 years ago, 10 years ago, or today.
But did it strengthen him that it came after Mr. Morale and he put a lot of stuff out there for himself?
No, because he's not a slave to his flaws. And anybody who stands, like for instance, I'm not perfect, right? And shocking. But
newsflash,
but
this just in.
But I'm also, I give you I'll give you a little bit, but I've received word that there are people who have tried to get dirt on me to attack my character or attack stuff like that. And so in lieu of that, it'll just be nicknames that are, or slurs that are thrown at me online, or old clips resurfaced. I hate that word, resurfaced. Yeah. Old clips of me and Kevin Gates and stuff like that. Because
that's all they got. It was fun until you put money in the streets and then you came back and there were no receipts.
He always do the voice. He go to the voice every time. Like it's like and scene.
That was my 616 voice.
But I'm just saying that, like, but also because I'm not afraid of my vices. I'm not afraid of my past. I'm not afraid of who I am, what I've done, or anything that I have to be held accountable for. I'm willing to go in a battle at any time because I'm not afraid of any of that or any of those things. The same thing could be said. Now, once you disclose, like for instance, like Elliott was making fun of me yawning, right?
Yeah.
I disclosed the blood disorder that I have, right?
Yeah.
So
Elliott likes to pick on people with conditions. He doesn't love black women either. This guy's
So
evil man.
To me, the way I look at it, first of all, my name is DJ Hed. I didn't want to be called that. But I'm not running from anything that is me because I own 100% of me.
Mile.
So that being said, with Mr. Morale, I think that this was like, hey, here's most of the veil pulled back.
Yeah.
I'm not your savior. I'm not perfect. Hey, I got flaws. I got this going on. So all that being said, I don't think that you don't get that without this album. I think you get that if you get that.
But I think it goes differently. Like, for example, I think if Drake, let's say Kendrick doesn't drop Mr.
Drake
Morale,
cast,
and Drake and Kendrick go at each other 3-4 years ago, let's say before this, when they were throwing shots the whole time. It's not like it was a secret. So they're throwing shots. Let's say it goes there. The shots on Family Matters, forget where he went with it. He didn't even have to go there. Him disclosing that Kendrick isn't the savior, isn't the family man, isn't the guy that we all think he is, that hits different. I'm just saying, Kendrick might not have felt it, but the public perception would have hit different. The only reason Pusha T's shocker reveal hit so different is because we didn't think Drake had a kid. We didn't know that information. He might not have felt a certain way.
I agree with you, but it's different. People are gonna say I'm biased, but I know this person. So it would have went the same way no matter if it would have been 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or tomorrow. It's gonna go the same way.
Right. Yeah. Well, but do you guys think
on the other side of it though, I feel like, I mean, you're gonna say I'm a stan, obviously, he's my guy, Hove. I don't think 444 gets enough credit. And I get that Life is Good, Nas was a precursor, and there were elements of that, like him having the wedding dress and the things. But I don't think Nas fully went there on that album, right?
I re-listened to it the other day.
You think he went there more?
No, I think it was a little different. I think Nas went there in a lot of ways. Like he was talking about a lot of what Jay talks about on 444 in terms of like investments, business, giving gems, like community building, family, being there for your daughter. Like there was a lot of things that he mentioned that Jay kind of talked about on 444. So I think it was necessary. I think Nas doesn't get enough credit, but it was how many years later? It was 5 years later, right?
Yeah, and I think that the more just the flawed man and really putting yourself out there completely starts with 444. And I think it's very interesting if you look at that parallel of, Kendrick himself has said, wow, master teacher, and picked up the album when it came out. And literally they were going from, competing at the Grammys. Like, Damn at that time is kicking 444's ass and winning every Grammy. And then diabolical ass Kendrick gets inspired and goes the next way with an album that I think, like you said, is going to inspire more of the generation because Kendrick's just a younger artist. Yeah. But I do think 444 deserves the credit of being in the blueprint of that, to me, in a sense, like even more than Nas. So
yeah, well, I think that was my point, and I think Wale was in my comment. Shout out to Wale. Nothing but love for Wale. Wale, if you're watching this,
Wale online.
No. He was talking to people in my comments, but not responding.
Why are you looking at my camera? That's my camera.
My camera. Wale, you're one of my favorite artists of all time. Here's what I meant when I tweeted.
Welcome to the show, Jeremy Hed. That
I just found out where my camera is. Yeah.
It is a new setup.
It's a new setup. This is only week 2 of season 2. Okay. But what I was saying, no, but those are
like
closer.
We haven't been doing this.
Okay, all right,
20 goddamn weeks.
Derail me. Okay, these cameras were on the stage before. It's much clearer that this was your camera. I didn't see that these two cameras. They both look like where the wide was before. My camera was there before. I'm so focused on the entrenched in the conversation.
What color are those cameras?
Black.
Why you didn't see them?
Because they're in a different spot than before. They moved. Okay? Back to the point. Wale. Shout out to Wale. So I had said that 444 brought a lot of honesty back into hip hop. Okay? Now, did I say that hip hop didn't start with honesty, or that there aren't more honest albums, or that honesty wasn't an incredible part of the core roots of hip hop? No. What I was saying is this inspired a new generation of artists, specifically even Kendrick saying, like you said, he tweeted saying it was a masterclass and there was teachings in 2017, right before he did Mr. Morale. I'm saying 444 brought a lot of honesty back into the mainstream on a high level. Wale asked if mood music doesn't exist. Joe Budden, shout out to Joe. Drake has said Joe influenced him. A lot of people have influenced. Honesty has always been a part of hip hop, but I just think 444 needs a lot more credit than it gets.
I think it looks like, I mean, people can be revealing and talk about addiction, talk about things like, I look at it more like the lens of like, I'm willing to say how flawed I am.
Yeah.
Like I'm not kill Jay-Z. Like this is all like I'm flawed. Like these are my flaws. These are like what I did wrong and the accountability and the price I paid and how I'm trying to repair it. Like I think that's more than just like, pain music. We talk about it, revolutions about addiction and those type of things. Like I think that level of like vulnerability and speaking about how flawed you are, I feel that in 444. I feel that in Mr. Morale. It actually almost at times to me takes away how great sonically these records could be because they're more focused on that than let's say production and things of that nature and slaps. So I think that's how I look at it. Like more the lens of like I'm gonna be so as a man. I'm going to tell you as much as you put me on this pentagon, I'm your savior, as Kendrick said. I'm not your savior. I'm actually flawed. This is what happened to me. This is what I'm trying to work through. This is how I'm trying to get better. Like the flawed part of it, I think to me is what is
and using it as a strength. Like I think in other scenarios, they might have said flaws or might have said things that they did wrong, but they didn't own it and say that this is actually making me stronger and is part of who I am. Yeah.
But more honesty in music is important. That's how you get to the truth. Yes, DJ Hed.
I appreciate y'all kings. And shout out to Wale. Wale and Joe Budden know who you are.
That white boy. That white boy.
Cool.
The show with DJ Hed.
Wale, I said, has some of the best intros in music. Like the intros to all of his albums are incredible.
What about Meek Mill?
No, nothing tops that. Nothing tops that. But Meek is a better tweeter than he is introer.
Legendary tweeter.
Legendary tweeter.
Xer.
Maybe the GOAT.
Better tweeter than he is introer?
Yeah. He has one incredible intro, other really good intros, but he has a lot of incredible tweets.
As you shared with the public here on this
yeah.
very
Dreams and
platform.
Nightmares or First Day Out?
Dreams and Nightmares.
First Day Out or the Cardi B intro?
First Day Out.
Okay.
That's all you got.
I'm just asking.
Those are tough. Swag Surfing or Dreams and Nightmare.
Dreams and Nightmares, not even close.
Midnight at the Club.
I'm so tired of putting my arm around my best friend.
Had shared too many moments together.
You know what it is? I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna sound I'm not trying to be that guy, but boy, y'all in the great state of Georgia, Jesus Christ. Like I just want to go
Jesus Christ, Georgia.
I just want to go eat waffles. I just want to go eat some waffles. I just want to go have some brunch. I want to go eat some good food, maybe some fried shrimp, lobster tail, maybe some grits. You know what I'm saying? Without swag surfing.
I haven't had breakfast. Thank you,
or buying a section. Can I go eat without buying a section or hookah or swag surfing or doing electric slide?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Waffle House.
It's always a whole production. I order some shrimp and grits. They bring it out. They do it. They get some marching bands, a nigga with a whistle. It's like, bro.
Nigga with a whistle.
It's like a whole thing, bro. And I'm like, bro, that's why the grits is $50. You know what I'm saying?
And they cold.
Can I get some
eat while you're swaying?
Can I get some $15 grits without the production value? You know what I'm saying? Tell Jesse Collins to take a vacation. Everybody go home. I just want to eat. My homie, I'm gonna put him on blast. The homie DJ Era. He's from LA, but he's an Atlanta native at this point. He DJs for Lil Jon. He DJs for all the homies, right? I go to Atlanta and I'm like, yo, where can I go get some fire food? He's like, bro, this is Atlanta. I don't want to buy a table. I don't want hookah. I don't want bottle service. I don't want to throw money.
Lap dance?
I don't want to make it rain. I just want some food. He's like, should go to Waffle House. So that's the extreme?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
all you got.
I either gotta
cold
go,
pancakes for you, buddy.
I either gotta go to a HBCU turn up to get some waffles, or I gotta go to Waffle House. I'm a pescatarian. Yeah. What the fuck do I eat at Waffle House?
The All-Star Breakfast, but it's minus a couple things. He's still only $7.
They don't got shit for me there. They got. You know when I went on this Dreamville tour, I had waffles and grits for like 4 days straight. I made the bus driver take me. We were on a tour bus. I made the bus driver go to Walmart so I can get some salad. I said, bro, I need chlorophyll or I'm gonna fucking die on this tour bus.
What tour was that?
Dreamville tour. Yeah.
Which one?
It was on the way to Dreamville Fest. When I wore the Big Steppers hoodie.
Oh, yeah, okay.
At the Dreamville event.
Okay.
I hosted the panel with Jid and everybody with my Mr. Brown Big Steppers hoodie on.
Standing on business. Standing on
this
business.
At the beginning of the back and forth. This was my delete later came out. It was interesting times.
Oh, you were there during my delete later.
I was there. I was on the Dreamville tour with engineers.
You have some interesting conversations.
Very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
But unlike Wayno, you're not going to disclose.
Shout out to my brother Wayno.
Shout out to Wayno. All right, we can do Spotlight. Wait, real quick. Do we have 10 minutes or do we have 3 minutes?
5. Jeremy, hey, you see the black woman?
Yes, that's why I'm respecting her. I asked her.
You're not respecting the authority of the black woman?
No, I didn't know if we wanted to go
Spotlight.
to Ferg or just went to Spotlight. Okay.
But he doesn't know about timing because
he was
I was on Canadian people time. Full circle.
That's not what it stands for.
He makes his own rules, timing.
All right, Spotlight.
I'll stay Atlanta. Young Nudie.
Shout out to
Nudie's
Nudie.
back with Pierre Bourne. How do you say it, Jeremy? Slimere, the sequel to the classic mixtape series. I don't know how to say the title actually. But it's a new tape. Nudie's back with producer Pierre Bourne. I think that was the tape that broke him through, and this is the sequel to it. And I love Nudie a lot, man. I'm a big fan of Nudie on the low. It's one of my favorite rappers out there. Shout out Nudie. Does it his own way. Salute to him. Also, what's the brother from Portland? Amine?
Yeah.
Amine and Smino got one. Passenger Princess. Fire. Yeah, I like that record.
Super fire.
I like that record.
Shout out to Oswin Benjamin. This morning I came across, he always drops dope freestyles, but he dropped a freestyle over Hate It or Love It. And his flow was so different where I was like, oh, he caught a different pocket compared to what I would have expected. And he's always like, he's very high level lyricism.
The way Jeremy would approach the track is what you're saying.
Not the way I would approach the track. He did it differently than me. But yeah, he had some bars in there that was super fire. So go check that out on his Instagram. And then Kyle dropped a new project.
Oh, Kyle. KYLE. I like Kyle.
KYLE. It's produced by Steven Schaffer. I hope I don't get his name wrong. Steven. Produced by Steven. And the first song, All My Dreams, I really liked. I love inspirational, I made my dreams come true, I'm living in the moment type music. So that was my favorite song.
I want to spotlight. Are you done?
Yep. Hey, yes,
Hey.
I am.
I'm just asking.
Okay, you said
I'm gonna cut you off.
Tupac
King.
interrupting
all right.
Tribe Called Quest at the Source Awards, man. God,
No, I'm gay.
Okay,
Interrupting the Swifties.
Hey, now.
I want to shout out
Good
to.
callback.
I want to spotlight to Pilo. Pilo just did
Bay
a
Area, right?
Yeah, Pilo's from the Bay Area. He's a Filipino rapper, producer, and he just dropped some shit with everybody that you could think of from the Bay. I can't even think of everybody off the top of my head. It was like La Russell, Kamaya, like Larry June, like everybody's on this shit from the Bay, and I really enjoy. It's like they're having like their own type of not like us type moment within the Bay, and it's culturally relevant, and I think it's super dope because Pilo don't get his respect for giving people slaps for over a decade. But the other thing too is he's doing something really big with the Golden State Warriors and being, an official ambassador for the Golden State Warriors and providing them with, slaps and whatnot. So, but he just dropped a song. It's called like 25th anniversary. Let me see. It's called Players Holiday 25.
That's a Bay Area title right there.
Saweetie's on there. Like, yeah, what they doing, I really enjoy. I'm a huge fan of the Bay. I get my lingo. I run to the Bay to get my culture. So
West Coast.
But yeah, like I think that the Bay is very important to culture when it comes to linguistics and sound.
I agree.
Shout out to Pilo and the homie. Shout out to Will and Stretch and Empire and everybody.
Got more shout outs?
Nope. Yeah, I do have one more shout out.
Okay, what?
Elliott Wilson. TheMarathonClothing.com.
Can I get a code or something?
I'll get you a promo code.
Promo code?
Get you like
10% off? 20?
I'll get you 5.
Solid 5?
Solid 5.
5% nation?
5% off.
All right.
And also Jeremy Hecht.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Shout out to the chat.
Thank you.
Comment, subscribe. And put them violins in the chat for Jeremy Hecht.
Are you going somewhere? That sounded like a send off. Like that was like, am I going somewhere? Or what's going on?
I don't know where the fuck
you said it weird.
You don't
said
know
it
what
like
camera to look in. How can I deal with you?
Yeah, but I appreciate you guys too.
Your job is secure, Jeremy.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right.
It's me you got to worry about.
Maybe he's plotting. Okay.
Oh no, I'm not going.
Oh yeah, he still owes you.
Well, unless they fire. Oh yeah, I'm not going nowhere before I get my get back.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wait until.
Are you gonna get him back this year? Or you're gonna wait till the top of next year?
I'm gonna do it whenever he's not looking.
February is very busy next year.
Do you think about it sometimes? That
I get PTSD every once in a while. Like I'll be literally. Actually, last night before bed, I had to preemptively think of a comeback for his comeback that he hasn't even done yet. I was like, what if I do this in return? And then I'm thinking like, maybe I should just let it go. Actually, after he gets me back, do I want to continue the war? And so
you have plans of keeping it going?
I don't know yet. I don't know. It depends on how
Drake
badly
and
I get
Kendrick?
hurt. It might be not like us. Like I might have a return just to say I did a return, but I don't want to take it any further.
Jeremy.
White flags.
DJ Hed does not think there's no way you could ever come back from whatever he's about to do to you.
Oh,
right?
Jeremy.
How can you respond?
Your superpowers neutralize.
Oh my god.
I can only watch in silence.
Wow.
From the Grammy nominated Euphoria.
It is what it is.
All right. Okay. Well, I keep my head up, but thank you for the appreciation.
Let's shout out Corday before we go. We're gonna listen to
Corday album out
Corday
now.
next week. We'll talk about sales. Does it matter?
Doesn't. Don't worry about sales.
Fuck sales.
Drop good music. Keep promoting with the good art that you put out there. And Corday, I'm excited for you to reclaim that spot. I'm excited for it.
I also I have a scoop. I have it on Authority that will be back next week.
It's a huge fourth quarter drop.
The Big Show!
That was going to be a crazy buzzer
I was
beater.
ready. I thought you had
That was
some.
a crazy buzzer beater.